Happy days.
Welcome back.
What's good?
Show.
We're back. There's a dog.
That's the random.
Yeah.
stuff, man.
Last time Jed was on was last year,
Hey.
and the last time Trips was on was 100 episodes ago.
Oh, exactly 100 episodes?
Exactly 100
Ah,
episodes.
jeez, bro.
Wow.
What a
This is
what
gonna
a
be like
mark.
a
been a
thing
while.
every 100 you hop on.
I have to, dude.
Welcome to the 1000th episode. And then Trips is like here for the 10th time.
Yeah. The next 100 he's gonna be like covered up in tattoos.
Oh my god, I have face
And
tats.
he's gonna have face tats.
Guaranteed. Dude, have
No
it
face
free.
tats.
No.
No, like
We don't want the face tat.
he's gonna not face tats, but he's gonna have like skull.
No, I'm gonna get a laddie stone right here.
Oh yeah.
Forehead.
Shout out to Laddie Stone Guam.
Yeah. So it's been 2 years since you've been on, and Oni, this is your first time,
It's your debut.
and
Yeah.
so since people can automatically go and just listen to Jed and Trips' story, let's start off with you, and then we'll sort of expand. Feel free to ask
Yeah,
questions.
let's
and
do it. Like
stuff.
Oni, I want Oni
Oh,
and Trips to
yeah.
carry
Right.
this whole podcast.
So
like-
we're gonna put you on the spotlight.
Oh, let's go.
Okay, so I guess we'll go with where did music first begin with you? Oh, is it-
It's really funny because hip hop was never like the first thing I was ever into. I started doing band.
okay,
Like I was at Jose Rios.
go ahead and bring the mic closer to you.
All right.
Sorry.
Is that good?
Yep.
All right, yeah. Well, I started at Jose Rios, and my mom was like, "Hey, you should do band." I was like, "All right." I did it, and then I ended up like loving it. I, was
What,
really, like-
what did you play?
I played a saxophone and percussion,
Hey.
and then, like I hopped around a
Hey.
little, but it was really just for fun. But I don't know. I played the sax because she was like, "Oh, I like the sax," and I was like, "All right, cool." She was like, "You're gonna get all the bitches." And I was
Whoa.
like, "Shoot."
All right.
The sex.
The sax gets
Sexy phone is what I called it.
Saxophone.
Did you get any good? Were you?
I was actually like I was pretty solid because I even did it when I went to high school in the States.
Oh, nice.
Like I would go to all state competitions and whatnot.
Oh shit.
So that was fun. And then I did choir.
Did
all
you guys
4 years
know
of high
this
school.
about it?
I knew he did choir. didn't
I
know he
knew
did
that.
sex.
Yeah.
His name was Oni. Not
But
kidding. Yeah,
that was like
no, I knew
the
his music was
start of
fun.
it. And then I think in middle school is when I started really seeing like the local hip hop scene. And I still wasn't into hip hop at the time.
Wait,
but I
middle
was, like-
school was out in the States or here?
No, here.
Okay.
Yeah. So I grew up here, and then when I got out of middle school, I was like, I want to go to the States. I'm tired of being here.
Wait, how old are you anyway? They said you're the
That's,
baby in the
He's the-
group.
He's the boo
That's
boy.
undisclosed information. If anyone asks, I'm 23.
Hey.
I won't say it on camera because people start giving me shit.
He is.
Let's just say bo boy.
He is the model of the Pacific, though. You already know the
Oh,
deal.
yeah,
I do
Mr.
that model- I
Tourism.
do that model shit too.
Nice. So
pageant
you're
bullshit.
you're multifaceted then.
Yeah, like I feel like everything that I got into is more of like I was just like, oh, I want to try that.
Right.
So I did, and then it turns out like everything that I decided to want to try, I ended up pretty good at.
Yeah.
But the whole like story of me getting into hip hop is just really fun. But
Fun in what way?
cause it, like I never took it seriously until
just
like
did poetry,
maybe, like
though.
a year ago. Yeah, I started doing poetry in like 7th grade. 'Cause I
Okay.
think it was I went to one of the Finnegadson youth movements over at the UOG.
I feel like
When I
that's
was
how
in
it
middle
sort of always starts, right?
Yeah,
Is
yeah.
writing poetry.
Yeah.
I think when I first started writing music, that's what I started off with.
Poetry.
I was 18 though,
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
and I was just like finally getting in touch with my sort of
Artistic.
artistic
It's artistic
side.
side. It's like,
right.
yeah, much art.
Right.
Yeah, it was crazy because my mom was like, because at the time I was like, I had like rough relationships with like both like my mom and my dad, and she realized I was like pissed off all the time, and I didn't know why. She was like, "Have you ever wrote it down?" I was like, "No."
Yeah, it's
She was like,
awesome.
"All right, go do that," and I was like, "Shit, okay." And I brought it back to her after like 2 hours, and she was like, "You've been writing for the past 2 hours?" I was like, "Yeah, you asked me to write what I was feeling, so here." And it was like 3 pages in a college ruled like spiral notebook.
Right.
Damn,
I
that's
was like,
tight.
Whoa. And then she was like, "This is what I want you to do. If you're ever pissed off at me, instead of taking it out on me, I want you to grab your notebook and do that." I was like, yeah, I was like,
the outlet right there.
Mom, I fucking love you. You open the book, it's just like screaming. It's like,
yeah, like that's literally what it was. And then she brought me
too much emotion in
like
that.
I didn't know that poetry was like a thing. I thought it was just
Yeah.
something that you did like by yourself. And then she brought me to like the poetry slams, and I was like, whoa, like this is crazy. Like that's when I found out
Nice,
about
nice.
like
Wait, hold on. Go ahead.
that was my first time seeing who Meta was.
Yeah, he was in charge of all this stuff.
Oh yeah, he
Walla,
was.
dude.
The
That's when
Sinakatse youth movement.
Yeah,
Big
see
shout out
that was
to
the
Meta.
first time I ever like found out about them, and I'm sitting in the back like I'm like 12, 13 years old. I'm like, yo, this is
Crazy.
dope. Like there's like people crying on stage. I'm like, yo, like these people are pouring their hearts out. I'm like, this is crazy.
That's
Yeah.
awesome. So you did poems on stage there too?
Not here. I didn't start doing anything or like poetry like on stage until maybe like my junior year.
Nice.
Because I didn't really take it seriously. It was just more of something for me to like.
Like an outlet.
It's expression. Yeah.
And then I think I used to when Guam was doing that whole like cipher shit.
Oh, like a Duke Westlake.
Yeah,
bar.
that was the
That's like
first.
2K11.
That was the first
12.
cipher I ever heard was the Duke Westlake cipher.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
I was listening to them and I was like, I could do it better.
Oh shit.
Hey.
But I never.
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
You know, I'm like 12 years old, so I'm like I don't have the like the resources to do it. So I'll just do it in my room and be like, oh, that was pretty trash. So I never did it. But that was like my first exposure to like hip hop.
Yeah.
It was like when Yoshi was doing the Duke Westlake and then the Raise the Bar cipher.
You got Meta. You got
that was my favorite.
Are
local
these
one.
things you can find on the internet?
I'm pretty sure. Yeah,
they're
there's a
all
lot of
still on
content,
YouTube.
yeah.
See if you
I
can-
think my favorite Duke Westlake cipher was the one that. Oh shit!
Oh yeah, you about to beat up.
Yeah,
You
my
brought-
favorite one was Dumbfounded stuff.
Oh yeah, dumbfounded.
Kixie Siete on that Raise the Bar cipher is my favorite.
Yeah. Or like dumbfounded's Razor Bar 2 was cool.
Yeah.
There's like a lot of Razor
See, this
Bar,
is like
actually.
what, like a couple years old.
I know,
man.
dude. Me and Jed did this in
Yeah,
2012.
we did actually. We
Bro.
did.
Best guy.
Yeah.
I remember I got home from school. I was like, yo, I'm gonna record
I
this.
know. I
Put
was a senior. dude.
Put the 420, 480p camera. I was like, yeah, let's do it.
Oh my god.
Yeah,
I think we used our phone for this one too.
Yeah.
Yeah, see, but that was my first like exposure to hip hop. So I was like,
Yeah.
oh, I could do that, and then I ended up like.
Where's the actual cipher though?
Man,
there's a
I don't
bunch.
know. I don't.
I
Go
think
on my channel,
I think
try to
everyone. I think a lot
I
of
put
the
it-
people or like all the local like rappers they took their shit down.
yeah,
Like I remember going back to look for Yoshi Zone.
Yeah, they took it down. It's just rebranding. Like everyone just
Yeah.
took it down. Just I'm rebranding myself.
Like
blah, blah,
Meta's
blah.
Raise the
Yeah,
Bar
but-
cipher was pretty cool.
But
Yeah.
I think keeping your stuff online is a good way to bar your, or gauge your evolution.
Yeah, it tells your
Yeah.
story. It
Yeah.
really,
Right.
I
definitely.
still have all my stuff from high
Yeah,
school.
dude.
Definitely.
I've been tempted to take off
is that
older
Ray
episodes.
Minders?
Yeah, yeah,
Oh shit, I remember that one.
yeah. That was reminded.
Yeah,
He called out Guam, right?
No, that was
Hold on.
Yosh that called out Guam.
Oh,
Was Michelle Dulano
No.
on the one with Yosh? Was that the Duke Westlake?
that was in the
That's,
skate shop, right?
Was a different one in Canvas skate shop?
Yeah, there.
Was that Michelle? No.
I think Meta called out Guam. He was the one that initiated everything. So
Yeah, Meta was running the game at that time. Yeah, shout out Ray Minder. Shout out Ray Minder, man. That's
shout.
the
No,
homie.
it's not Ray Minders. I am Ray John now.
Is it?
Yeah.
All right, so
So
Big
out of
shout out. I
touch.
am Ray John.
Well, I guess he's not trying to rebrand, right?
I think. I don't know.
I know he
I
has
don't
your
know.
mindset, and he wants to be able to go back and see the evolution as well.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like I feel like I do that same thing, like leave old videos up just to see where I was like at some point in time.
That low angle though.
I think I have, yeah. Mine
This
is
is
with
here. This
IMG.
guy's from here.
Yeah, he's from here. Remember Ray Minders? That Never again.
It was in
or maybe
2012, a long
No,
time.
that was
ago.
2011.
2011. It went viral though. He has like 100,000 hits on that. So.
I feel
Oh,
like
this
that
one,
was the
right?
first instance of like Guam hip hop blowing up.
Yeah,
or-
with numbers.
Like
as
Guam
well.
music.
making like really nice numbers.
It was R&B,
Yeah.
but dude, it was good, man. Like it was good music.
I think I remember
Mike B,
I was
Mike B was the producer.
I was a
Yeah,
kid,
Mike
and
B.
the only thing I got mad at was the fact I couldn't really hear him.
Oh yeah, that's
vocals were
I
so
feel like he equalized his voice.
Yeah, it was all USB mic.
But I feel like I also feel like that even a lot of the live shows it's like they don't promote the MC and it's more beat and more more
No,
sound than
they do
anything.
-1. It's more of just the experience and seeing that I guess larger than life celebrity who lives this lavish life, and that's
Yeah.
why people show up, because it's like I don't live like that, so they want to show up and support. Like, yo, this guy, like
This
at the
guy has
basis-
the life that I want to live, but I'm not gonna do anything to live it, so I'm just gonna see him.
Yeah, like type of thing like that, you know. But I think
Right,
that's
right.
the idea of celebrities and I guess marketing in general. It's like that's why I feel like I guess local celebrities on Guam ideally are celebrities, because you see them, you see them every day. You see them
Yeah.
at Payless, you see them at, the gym and
Yeah,
whatnot.
I think that goes a lot for just even like public figures.
Yes,
right?
this is true. This is true.
You're within arm's reach of them.
Yeah.
Especially on Island, yeah.
Yeah, especially
I
on
just saw
Island.
like John Tuck at the gas station. I chopped it up with him. I was like, bro, you're in UFC, dog.
Yeah.
Yeah, see, but that's the thing about Guam. It's so small. You're bound to see them at least like twice a month.
This is
Yeah,
true.
if
If
This
you're
is
not
true.
around where they're around.
It's an
Yeah.
awesome community, though. Honestly, I mean, it's really underrated.
But what's a good way to like help now grow it? Now everybody's really grasping onto an art or some kind of craft
Yeah.
that they want to help. Not expose is the word I'm looking for,
Yeah.
but
Curate, elevate.
yeah, like
Yeah.
some kind of fulfillment, right?
Yeah,
And
yeah,
so
yeah, yeah.
How does it like? How do we help make it prosper when it comes down going into the future?
Man, that's a really good question.
I would see it as like, because there's artists that put out content but they don't promote it. I would like to see the ones that are putting out content promote their music more and go to people that would help promote their music, and ones that aren't putting out content, I want to see them put out content.
Yeah, with
there's a lot of young cats out there that I want to see put out content.
Yeah,
Like,
that's
there's
why
this-
I always say this, like,
That's why I
dude,
always
there's
give-
he's a producer. His name I think it goes by like Lil Shove or something.
yeah.
He works at Tommy's.
That's why I give Ryan Bustamante a lot of credit, man.
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
he brought a lot of artists out of the woodworks.
Yep,
True, with
this
the
is true.
platform,
This
right?
is true.
Yeah,
Shout out
yeah.
Ryan. Shout out
Really
Ryan.
great
We out here.
platform. Yeah, we love you, Ryan. It's good tech.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think there needs to be more of that, right? I mean, look at how Dreamstorm kind of helped you
Yeah.
focus your
Straight up.
game into
straight
music,
up, yeah.
right? Yeah. And
Yeah.
then now it's evolved in less than a year into this.
Yeah, it's crazy, man. Because I mean, the basis of Straight Up was initially just, I don't know. We got together just loving
had the
music.
show.
You know, we had a show, right? We had the PNB Rock show and the All Black show, and there was like,
And
yo,
that was
we had,
the first show you guys performed in.
yeah, and
Yeah,
it,
that
it
was
just
our
clicked.
first
It just
time.
clicked in my head. I was like, man, we're ready. We're all performing. We might as well perform together and put on a show as opposed to
Yeah.
going on stage for 15 minutes like,
different
hey,
sets.
I'm Oni, or hey, I'm Trips, or hey, I'm Jed, and put on a show and really make the general public feel like, oh, these guys are
Yeah.
artists.
'Cause I remember I
You know?
called you the day that Crook had talked to me about the PNB Rock show.
Yeah,
And I know I texted you.
yeah, and I gave you a
Yo,
call.
let's do that let's do a fucking joint set, since
Yeah.
we're the only local acts so far, and then they had Trips come on too, and we're like, dude, this is perfect.
It's a no-brainer. Just have everyone on.
Because it doesn't make sense. Like, we're the only 3 local acts that were doing it. So why are we gonna separate ourselves? Why not come in as
And
a
it's
group?
and it's
bigger.
also bringing the community together. At the same time, I want to be like I wouldn't say an ambassador, but just not even the face, but just something in dealing with hip hop and bringing the community closer together. And I feel like I did that per se because I don't know. It's like, how am I gonna put this? I wanted, like, back a couple months ago, I noticed there was always fluctuations in the scene, whether it be at its peak or whether it be at its low point. And I was like, man, I really want a constant scene here. And I noticed I was the only one dropping stuff, and I noticed I was the only one like trying to push my music. So I was like, man, if there's one thing that sets hip hop artists behind, what would it be? 1, exclusive rights to beats. 2, purchasing, mixing and mastering and everything else that comes with it. And I've been doing all of that for myself for like the past year and a half already. And I was like, man, if I can open the door to like artists that I believe in and genuinely believe in, and not just trying to pursue,
Right.
there's a difference between people who rap and people who rap, like it's just part of the rap game is also marketing yourself. Part of the rap game is also keeping that image of yourself.
Yeah, just part of any content creation.
This is true.
Right, is marketing yourself. Even today,
Yeah.
with this podcast alone.
Yeah.
It's like an everyday thing. It's like, oh shit, I didn't post something.
Like,
Yeah,
just
it's like
post
that
something
need
or
to be like relevant or
Yeah,
to some sort. You know what I mean?
No,
Yeah.
it's
No,
you're
that's
right.
facts,
It's
though.
a lot of
need.
pressure.
It's
It really is.
required. It's required for us to sort of keep ourselves, like you said, relevant. But
yeah.
the attention span is like that.
It's like it's
Yeah.
really small, man. It's
No,
short.
18, man, it's crazy.
Like, I had to
it's insane.
when I first came back, I was coming back like full force, like, because I moved back like April of 2017.
Yeah.
There was nothing.
Right.
There was open mics that MCs would go to, but no one was there.
Yeah, no one would really show up.
No
No
one
one
would
really
come.
show love like that.
And I
The art
remember
scene was
My first weekend back was the first time I met or I didn't really meet you guys, but I saw them two perform. It was at a native party at Icon.
Oh yeah. This is
Yeah.
right. This is true.
Yeah,
this
that was
is the
that
hip
was
hop
my
thing.
first weekend out, and those two were performing, right, and then I was the only one like in front of them, like turning up, because I was like, I didn't know who these guys were. But
Yeah.
they were dope. So I was like, yo, like I was, yeah, I wasn't, no, like dead ass, because I didn't know there was like talent like that here, because there was no one like really pushing anything yet.
Yeah.
There wasn't a scene. It was just like,
Is
it
this
was the
you
rock
sort of
band.
just coming back from a long time?
Yeah, because I had graduated out in the States.
Okay.
And then I stayed out there for a couple more months, and then I decided I was homesick, so I came back. I was only supposed to be here for the summer.
Yeah.
And then after being here for that summer and like making somewhat of a name for myself really fast, I was like, shit, I'm not happy with how like the scene is now.
Yeah.
Like I was just unsatisfied, because everyone wants to talk about how like they want the scene to be big, they want the scene to be like prominent, but no one was doing anything for that.
Yeah, I think we need to not depend on the local scene to build the artist.
This is true. This is really true.
Because now you can spread your music. Look how easily your music has spread.
Yeah, that's gnarly, man.
And your music has spread. And I don't know if you have any music out.
Yeah,
but
have,
Oh yeah,
like-
that's why I
yeah.
Right.
1.2.
helped him out.
Right.
Let's go. Let's
Yeah.
make some
I mean,
content.
But it's the local scene will always be small.
This is
You
true.
know? I was
Yeah.
telling you guys about
Yeah.
Moistland, right?
Yeah.
And it was a small and intimate, right? And it's the people who are also out supporting these bands when
That was
they
just,
play out at
like-
the bars, right? But now it's a super collective.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I know you guys are probably dealing with something small. You guys aren't the first MCs or
No, definitely,
rappers or
definitely
hip hop
not.
artists,
Definitely
right?
not.
But like you said, the scene is like hanging on, right?
Yeah. And honestly, like, there's a lot of collectives in the past, you know, Sick Mind Entertainment, Island Tribe, and everyone else before us. And then I feel like, how am I gonna put this? There's more room, or it's time for like a new collective, or not even
Yeah.
a collective, but more so another, you know, the start of a new community. Because our community prior to this was basically
It's older.
Me-
Is it like a lot of older generation?
like Meta, Yosh,
It was Meta,
Rayminder,
Yosh,
and then after that, like Meta left off island, Yosh left off island. They all relocated, so it's like, I think it's time for something fresh, something new that we
new
can
era.
offer. You know what I'm
It's a
saying?
new era, definitely.
Like I remember when I first saw him pushing out his music, like I didn't even listen to it, to be honest.
Yeah.
Because I was still stateside, so I was like, I really didn't give a fuck.
Yeah.
So I was like, I saw the face, I was like, whoa, like numbers are nice, but I'm not gonna listen to it. I was like in a different like genre at the time.
Yeah,
So I
yeah.
was like, I'm not gonna, you know. But I came back and I heard all the content. I was like, whoa, this is pretty dope. And then it felt like he. Ooh.
Dang,
Nice.
these guys coming in clutch.
No, but it was like everyone wants like the scene to like grow, wants the community to be together, but everyone
Yeah.
has like different mindsets about doing it.
This is true. This is really true.
But
This
I
is
think
really
the
true.
key is like taking everyone's different mindset and then trying to put it into one, and then using everyone's different mindset as different.
So do you grow the music community in sections, or do you kind of grow it together?
feel like
how does the
I'd
rock
rather-
community? I mean, just the way like you started performing with Fat Tofu.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
that was like, I feel, was the first blend
Oh,
between
Yeah.
the genres
I was at
of
that
local
show.
music.
This is
on
true.
Guam,
This-
right?
This is true. I mean, it's really hard to, I guess, to figure out what meshes and what not. Because we've always, me and Trips always wanted to collab with the John Dang Show, but it's like, how are we gonna execute that correctly? I mean, there's no like wrong or right way, but like I want it to be good. You know what I'm saying? And
It has to be a legit show.
it has to be a legit show. It has to
Right.
be like a really nice track that, you know, we can meet in the middle and
And it's harder
compromise.
for you guys because you don't have instruments. You
Yeah,
can't,
we
you can't
don't.
zone out into your instrument and
Alone,
Yeah.
jam out.
It's all vocals.
yeah.
Yeah.
The closest
lyrics
we
and
get is
stuff
to like doing scats.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like the
Yeah.
closest we get if we want to do like a solo, unless we're freestyling.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I
Or
think.
do like a Post Malone moan. Right?
Or do the piano.
Jed got that one. Jed got that.
like
got the
like
vocals on
definitely
that
like definitely like I guess a collaboration or you know, with reggae and hip hop is always open for, you know, open to do,
Yeah,
but it's just
especially, like with Guam being like the main demographic for how many decades of like reggae, you know
It's
what I mean?
reggae-centric.
So the fact
Yeah.
that hip hop is really coming up, the new generations, the kids are getting older, and like it's mainly growing into a hip hop scene. It would really be like a really cool collaboration, I feel like. And we've been talking with
For
Frankie
sure.
too, so it
Yeah.
would really be something awesome to work with.
yo Frankie. If you're watching this,
It's
hey,
really dope because like the reggae scene is
So handsome,
giving us
dude.
a lot of love as well.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Yeah, dude.
Like all the bands are giving us a lot of
More
love.
than ever, dude. We're really like meshing, as
Yeah.
he said, with Fat Tofu
like
and everything
like
that.
like guys in bands that like I grew up watching, like Ryan Shook.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
remember,
yeah.
Like old school like Metallica shows, like at Jimmy D's. My mom would take me, and I would grab my chair, sit right in the middle, like and just like soak it all in.
dude, that's tight.
And then like now like being like an adult. And then being able to like chop it up with them, I'm like, yo, this is crazy because I used to like fucking fanboy.
Yeah.
inspiring,
I
right?
have all their albums. I have their albums on vinyl. Then I remember there was one night someone had told me, because like Ryan was at like Cowboy or something. I don't remember who he was with.
Yeah.
Someone came up to me and was like, yeah, Ryan told me you rapped. I was like, who said, why? How did he find out? He's like, he said you're pretty good.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I almost cried because that's like someone I grew up watching. I'm like, yo, this is dope.
Yo.
Like there's been like mad love, and it's like it's crazy. And then especially like now the youngins coming up, like especially after like the All Black and the PB Rock show,
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
like, you
yeah.
could tell that they're inspired. Like Trouble D just dropped the track. I think
Dude,
it was
yeah, yeah,
today.
yeah. Oh,
I
no-
checked it out. It's
no
pretty
way,
damn
no way,
good.
for sure.
I forgot the name though. Fucking E-Man.
Oh, okay, okay.
Shout out to homie E.
Shout out to homie E-Man, man. He's the one that produced that PSA beat,
Yeah.
that crazy music video.
That track's pretty
Most
sick.
recent
Shout out to
yeah.
Troubled Youth, man.
Okay. And before we continue on, I gotta say PSA was pretty fucking dope, dude. It's just I just feel like it's
Oh, dude,
it's
that's my shit.
Guam hip hop.
right. It's,
I use that line in all my
it's
songs.
almost like you tapped into your alter ego, dude.
Yeah, man. Honestly, I'm always perceived as like a R&B singer type thing, and I do hip hop.
Or like a nice guy.
yeah, you know what I'm saying. But it was more-
He ain't a nice guy.
Bro,
He ain't
no,
a nice
bro.
guy.
and like I said, like if you look at the caption when I post on Instagram, like I had an epiphany. I was like, dude, there's no constant scene for hip hop, and it's like, why does it take someone else? Like all the time, it's like it always takes someone else to do something, and then other people will like, oh yeah, I'm gonna do this.
Yeah, that's the culture.
Yeah.
But that's the
Cassie.
culture, you know. Someone
Gotta
has
Cassie
someone has to go against the grain. Someone has to, I guess, spearhead it, and eventually you'll get somewhere.
just like when Oni was 12 years old.
yeah,
He
no,
heard the beat and he's like, "Fuck, I could do this better."
exactly,
Yeah.
exactly. And you know, honestly,
motivation.
like
Right.
people forget my roots. Like I'm an MC, I'm a hip hop head. You know what I'm saying? But you know, it just so happened that my singing shit popped off,
Right.
and it was like, okay, this is cool, but let
Yeah.
me like step back a little bit and do something
what
for the
people
scene.
tend to forget though is the artistry.
Oh
Right?
yeah, yeah.
Being I'm sure being an MC, you get to be able to tap into. We were talking about Kanye West earlier,
Yeah.
right? And look at the different kinds of albums he's come out with.
Different images.
He's
He definitely
singing.
has
He used auto tune. He was
True.
messing around with scratchy beats. I think it was the Yeezus album,
The
the
Yeezus-
first
the
song on
Yeezus.
the Yeezus
Almost
album.
like
That was
rock or
that was one of
Yeah.
my, that was
It was
one of my
almost rock.
favorite albums by Kanye.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Because it's just his attitude, bro. I'm a god. Like fuck yeah, you are. Like
And then Pablo and everything like that.
yeah, I'm
It's
just like fuck yeah, dude. Like you go.
Yeah.
Like who's gonna tell him otherwise? Because at the time that dude was popping.
Right.
No one could tell him otherwise. No one could tell him like,
Yeah, that was like
oh, you're not arguably a goat.
I think that was after like the Taylor Swift stuff.
Was it?
Oh
really?
yeah.
Was that really?
I'm gonna
Might-
let you
might have been.
finish.
I don't know. It
No,
might
that
I
was
think
a couple-
Runaway was after that.
Oh
was a
yeah,
couple
Runaway
years
was.
My Beautiful Dark Twisted.
Yeah.
that was
Yeah.
after. That was after Taylor Swift.
See, number one, that PR man, he knows how to just.
Yeah, he took the image and he just ran with it. He's like, "Here's the toast to the douchebags, yo. I'm here."
Yeah.
Yeah.
Toast for the asshole.
There's a lot, man.
Shout out to fucking Kanye.
But yeah, dude, like being in the music and being like being an artist and having to like be able to spread your creativity, your creative like your own personal creativity out into the world. It's like
Yeah.
it can really tend to go through all different phases. But like just he said, he's MC at heart. So like he blew up with the singing, but of course like that's always gonna come into play. Being an MC, he's not gonna sing forever. He's gonna come in and he's gonna throw them bars down. And then PSA came out and it's
Yeah,
No,
it's-
PSA
back
was-
up.
Like, I'll do that word for word. Like that's on my like regular. I listen to that on the way here because that's my shit. Because I remember when that dropped, I wasn't expecting much, but I was like, you know what, Judge, my boy. I'm
Yeah, we literally made a song to respond to that.
Yeah, see,
like a
it's,
week
Yeah.
ago.
it's just feeding that.
Hey,
feeding that.
can you play the beginning the beginning of PSA?
It's on YouTube, right?
Yeah.
It's
on
it should be on
Spotify.
Spotify there.
Yeah.
If you just search up his
Oh,
name.
yeah,
it's
straight
on
up.
the straight up.
Volume question mark.
It's the way it starts. It's like it's like you've just entered a
Yeah.
Crash Bandicoot.
And
Oh yeah. Oh
level.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
what's his name?
Huh?
Jed.
Jed.
Yeah, it's on his.
It's on our
straight up-
it's
straight
on our
up
tape.
But I remember
question
once I heard him say Guam hip hop is dead, I was like, all right, I'm using that on all my songs, and I made sure it was really prominent
With sample, right?
with the song that we dropped.
PSA.
The second one, yeah. Hey, big shout out, you
One,
man,
it's
one
like-
It's
time.
like one. It's like right here.
That's what I'm saying. It's almost like an alter ego.
Yeah.
Because I don't feel like you normally rap like that.
I
right?
don't, yeah. I don't.
Not lately. Hey,
Hey, not lately, but on the low.
Say, if you're looking for the beat, bitch, where that play? The bitch, he praying for my downfall.
Damn, yeah.
Wait, I don't blame it, cause the boy irrelevant is a late.
Hey.
Bridging the gap of these rappers, man, I'm ahead of the pack. I'm top tier in the cream of the crop, mobbing these facts, bitch, I'm an alpha.
Yeah.
I kill it in
It's
the
the joint, man. This really brought, like, literally brought the community up in like a crazy way when he released it on the audio, just the audio.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I
so.
did the music video recently, but dude,
Yeah, but I think it was just
That
the
heat.
fact that he was like
Who did your
calling
music
everybody
video?
out.
Yvonne Squadro, he's going to Notre Dame in the
youngin',
States.
man.
Man,
So
dude.
he's a really
17,
talented guy, bro.
17-year-old kid.
Got that high, man.
17-year-old kid.
That dude's a
Oh, no, he's
monster.
old now. He's like,
Oh, he's 18?
He's 18 now.
19?
Yeah, he's
I
old.
believe he
old.
was 17. He was
old.
He's a year older.
He's legal. He's legal now. He can get
But
into
yeah,
clubs.
man's talented, man. Yvonne, if you're watching this, what's good?
Yeah, that's just
Let's make
just
some
a
stuff.
highlight to show
Yeah.
like the
Yeah.
future and like all the potential for the local community.
Yeah, real shit.
Right,
There's
right.
hella-
They just need opportunities to push their content, like to
It's-
record or anything.
and I think that's where we get it wrong. We think we need opportunity. We actually could create opportunity
If we wanted to.
if
yeah.
we wanted, and we are.
Mhm.
We are. I mean, we wouldn't be sitting here doing a podcast 100 episodes after you did it if we didn't create opportunity.
This-
You wouldn't have come out with music. You wouldn't have come out with music. You wouldn't have come out with music if there wasn't.
Yeah,
This is true.
opportunity.
a big
This is
thing is
true.
like the OGs.
I mean, if
that
you
really
didn't
paved
create
way.
the opportunity
Yeah.
for yourself, right?
Yeah.
What did it take for you to record your first song? Did you have to go and ask someone?
Yeah,
or something?
honestly, is like
I actually did, yeah.
I remember my.
Like you went to F up, right?
I went to
my
F Up.
homie
I went to the
Harrison.
homie
I was like
family.
a sophomore, freshman into sophomore year, and he had a USB. He had a Rock Band mic. He had a Rock Band USB, and we plugged it into GarageBand.
I would always
And
start.
he was like, dude,
The plastic.
dude,
rock
I gotta
band
try.
mic?
Yeah, the plastic Rock Band.
Yo,
mic.
that's
I gotta try
that's what I
Conquest.
recorded my first song.
Exactly, it works on GarageBand.
December 2016, bro. I went to my
Yeah.
homeboy's house.
This is like 2010.
and I was fucking around. He was like, "Here, hold the mic and do that." I was like, "Shoot!" Next thing you know, I'm looking at his screen. He's recording. I have it posted too.
Oh,
That was my
damn,
first
dude.
song. It's the Still Trappin' song.
Oh.
Yeah, the one of my cousin and my homeboy.
It's a
That
rock
was my
band. Like.
first ever. But what we did is we taped around.
Did you
so
get like a
that
panty
couldn't-
liner?
you
like
couldn't see
a
the,
pop filter.
We taped around like
Couldn't see the logo?
handle. You couldn't see the logo. It just
Ah.
looked legit.
So we had a Rock Band mic. We had a hanger, a wire hanger, made it friggin' pantyhose around it.
Oh,
and made it a
yeah,
pop
that's the
filter
fucking
so
pop
that we didn't-
filter.
That's a
Yeah,
pop
so it
filter.
sounded as legit as we can make it on a friggin' garage.
And then you hear like, there's like all
Rock
that.
Band mic. Yeah.
Right. One of the
Damn.
best albums when I moved back to Guam in 2010, and one of the best albums that I heard in the first 2 years was Sporty and Big Will.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
man,
They were-
Big Will's like the Biggie Smalls of
Dude,
Guam,
bro.
man.
Biggie
I
Smalls
love Big
goats,
Will, bro.
bro.
Low key.
See if you can post something.
Sporty-
on it.
Sporty got-
That'd be badass.
I used to see Sporty at the tree at UOG, and he was like, he would freestyle for fun. Like nobody's rapping, he's just like, I feel like rapping, bro. He'll be dissing
Nah.
everyone at the tree, be like, you whack, like
No,
rhyming
I
and
remember.
everything.
I remember because he got on my ass once.
Yeah, yeah, bro. Sporty
And I was like,
will
hell,
tell you
that's
straight
how
up.
me
Shout
and
out
Trips
Sporty,
got
bro.
cool because we would go to the
Yeah,
tree.
we had math together.
Yeah, we had our
UOG.
9 a.m. class together. We'd fuck around like we'd be at the tree, look at each other, be like, "Hey, I'm going home."
yeah. You're like, let's go rap instead of go to class. No, but
Yeah.
yeah,
They don't.
Sporty
They
and
don't have
Big
their
Will.
album up there. No.
Big Will literally is the Biggie Smalls of Guam, man. He has a crazy voice, good flow, dude. I'm telling you. He has a setup too, man, at his house. Like, those
Oh
are
yeah,
some
that's
OGs.
right. That's right.
Down
Right
in
here, right
Jonya,
here.
man.
You're
Shout
gonna
out to
pull up
Jonya
here.
boys, dude.
Oh,
Both
right there's a
of them
bigger
from Jonya,
TV.
dude. Fat ass studios.
Yeah, what year was this actually?
Oh, I don't even. This might be one of the newer ones because they still make music. I know.
Yeah.
What up, Ski?
Damn.
Sporty. That's Big Will.
Big
Yeah, that makes things ahead of its time, man.
I know, dude.
Guam style. Yep. 2010, 2011.
Damn, this is when I literally started. Bro, I seen the Sporty and Drowsy rap battle. Crazy. In the ASC parking lot. You ever seen that one?
Yeah. A lot of rap battles were going down.
Yeah, around this time.
This is one of those skate park freestyles.
Oh yeah. Guam time.
Is that what it was called?
Yeah, it was called Guam Time.
I saw Guam time
Yeah,
freestyle.
that's Big Will though, man. That's the big homie.
Dude. When I first met him, I was like, bro,
You could spit.
I love your shit. Can I just shake your hand and hug you and shit? Smell you.
I see, man. It's cool to see like age don't really matter. They're a little older than me, and
Yeah.
I feel pretty old, but they're still making hits. And whether it's like out there or not, there's numbers. It's like
Yeah, consistency is
Hip-hop
always key,
content.
man.
it's strictly hip hop. Like I love it, man. They still got their setup. They still grind just for the love of it. It's like inspiring in itself.
This is true.
Is that freaking half a day 24/7? That's the grocery store in John, yeah. Daily Mart. That's Nick Roberto.
What year was this? Hey.
Yeah, shout out Sporty. I'm a graduating OG, dog, and still be spitting. Oh,
Hey.
who's that?
Are they Island Fresh?
I don't know.
It looks like they're Island Fresh.
Nah, there was no Island Fresh at this time. Unless this is new.
No, I think that's Island Fresh. Yeah.
Yeah, that's Island Fresh.
Chalapago.
I'll go first. That's what it is, man. 1
Sporty.
Hey.
Hey, dog.
Sporty, I love you, Sporty.
Real, man.
Anybody got time?
He's OG, bro.
For real.
Super OG.
I remember watching these
Okay.
when I was a young.
This is new. This has to be new, though.
It's all love in the
Really?
battle of hip-hop.
Yeah, I don't think they.
Was there? There was something in Island Fresh before. It was Drowsy.
Let's get it.
Oh, yeah.
I am so happy to be battling a guy that's hella fucking fatter than me. I think you're hella pathetic and prosthetic. I'll force feed you grease and make you drink unleaded. You can battle me. Why the fuck you try it? This guy is on a steady McDonald's all you can eat.
Oh, got him.
You ain't fat. You're considered robust. If the cops would ever have to arrest his ass, them motherfuckers gonna need both cuffs. Two handcuffs linked together. This motherfucker look like the balloon they send up to predict the weather.
Oh, man.
Fat, you need to eat on 2 tables. They don't make belts your size, Prim. You need steel cables. I'm dead, bro. As a fucking Shih Tzu. This guy's a real live epitome of a fucking dick dude. I mean, look, his stomach sticks out more than this dick dude.
Oh, man.
Oh, man.
Savage. That's some savage.
Oh,
God.
Snap it up.
Okay,
That's
well,
love right
we'll
there.
hear what the other guy has to say, and then we'll close it
I
out.
have to,
Yeah.
I think.
All right, spoke dog. I know your ass got a bit butthurt in the last battle when I said Meta was still the champ.
Oh.
So I'm gonna do you a favor and apologize because that's my fault, dog. But your ass still gonna get smoked, dog. And this ain't a fucking joke, dog. So if you try and get stupid, I have you ride up in smoke, burnt like a fucking roach, dog. See, now I gotta murder sport, but before Guam times, who the fuck heard of sport? Yeah, I know you figured that. When I'm done with sport, I'm gonna need me a bigger sack, chop his ass up, and then give him back. And I know your mind is thinking like, damn, you must be kidding, man. But nah, I ain't fucking around. Someone get him a chair and let him sit the fuck down. Cause today you might just lose from your challenger. My whole Ville gonna witness a massacre. You should just go home, right? Fuck my life on your calendar. Cause damn, boy, I'm better than just being a janitor. You see this bitch is a pussy and you say you're a soldier? The only triggers he squeezed was on his Xbox controller.
Sporty go hard, bro.
dude.
Sporty got
I
bottom.
don't
That's a
want-
written.
I don't want to wait for what he
Dude
says.
said at McDonald's, all you
Fire,
can eat
bro.
diet.
Oh man. Oh man.
So yeah, that was when you, that was
2012.
Props to
2012.
Mac F though.
That's one of the
Props to
newest,
Mac F.
the newer ones.
I
Like,
know. Yeah, 2012.
Yeah.
2012.
But yeah, I haven't seen. I guess that was the perception of hip hop on Guam. It was like battle rap and stuff. So that was really neat.
Right. And that's sort of like laid the foundation of
Yeah, it
what it
did.
is today, huh?
It did, man.
Especially if you like go way back. Like I was talking to like my homie Kiefer. Kiefer's like a super OG rapper, and just Javon Tamayo is another example.
Yeah,
All they
yeah.
would do is like meet up before social media and everything, and literally just get the DJ spinning, bring 2 mics. Everybody go up. Your squad, my squad's there, and we gonna battle. Like
Yeah,
there
that
was no
was-
shows. There was no concert. There was no.
Yeah, it
like,
was grimy.
crowd,
That-
there
the
no
culture was
following.
grimy, you know what I mean?
It was mean, man. Like nobody had love for anybody.
Not
bro.
not like an actual event, more like
Yeah,
meetups.
It's more just
they wouldn't
underground
show that
meetup, man.
content.
It's like an
Like,
agreement, like, hey,
meet
this
me
is
at-
where we're all gonna be.
Yeah.
Meet me at Paseo.
Yeah, bro. No
Hey,
content,
yeah,
It's like-
no music, no song.
It's like they were gonna scrap like, hey, Kmart
Exactly.
rooftop.
they would lyrically scrap. lyrically
Yeah,
scrap.
but then afterwards, it's like, yo, that was dope.
Yeah,
Yeah,
dap
that
it
was
up.
fire.
and-
All love.
Hey,
It's all love.
That was literally like, you know, Chamorros are very aggressive too, you know, so it
Yeah.
came with the culture, I feel like. Too.
Yeah.
That bro, that was fire. You want to grab pizza? Fuck yeah. Let's go.
Yeah, it is.
Par. Little
Ciao,
Caesars is
par.
right there. We get the small crazy bread.
I just ordered 5 large pizzas, bro. Let's go all eat as a
All you
family.
can eat diet. Oh my God, that was good. I've
Yeah.
not seen that yet too.
Shout
So
out to all
just
the
like,
OGs,
just like, yeah, shout out to our OGs,
Shout out to-
man. But you know, just like everything, the sound evolves, the scene evolves. It's just
Yeah, man, it's
the
just
culture
hard.
evolves.
Right, and
yeah.
and it almost has evolved into a way where you have seen that maybe you have to take the reins, right? Not actually take control, but kind of guide it.
Yeah,
into-
yeah. And that's
because-
honestly, bro, that's what I want to do. Like, I feel like I'm at that point, I guess, in my artistry career that, you know, I can offer like a bigger platform or a bigger, you know, look into like my listeners could listen to their stuff and blah, 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 and so on
do you
and so
guys
forth.
how do you guys not necessarily get out of here, but sort of expand your music beyond this
Oh, yeah. Like,
this
I
island?
don't
you
know. I'm just thankful enough to have like networks out
Yeah.
stateside because of where I went, and I was very like popular.
Right.
Like,
Okay.
'cause I was that kid. I was like the weird Asian kid that was cool. Like I was a 4-sport athlete.
You
I
don't-
got in
you don't
school,
even
I was with
look
the weird
Asian.
kids.
Yeah, I know. In the States,
Yeah,
it's
see, but
Asian.
in the States I'm Asian, right?
Yeah.
'Cause I went to a school full of dark skins.
yeah.
Yeah.
Just the hood.
You can say black people. It's
Yeah.
fine.
I feel like
no, I can, but it's just it's funnier.
I feel like one way to like kind of tap in, it's like, of course, there's that spectrum of Guam, but a way we create music, it's like you don't just create it for like local music, you create it for
Oh,
the
yeah.
entire world.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is true.
I think that was one of the
And
problems with a
then-
lot of people here. They were
Yeah,
making
like-
it for people here.
Yeah, you know, just kind of like one rapper that was low key really fire was like Savage K.
Oh,
Savage
yeah,
K is
yeah,
really good. He
yeah.
went out to the States, was grinding, and like we did a show in Saipan. Like, you know, of course you start in the Micronesia and then you branch out. What's closer is like Asia. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? So I feel like
Yeah.
that's closer to branch out to. Saipan has so much talent, dude. There's people in Palau that rap. You know, there's
Yeah.
so many like outlets of hip hop, but they don't have the means or the resources or the network or just different stuff like that. You know?
Yeah, this is true.
Like if we were to bring out the best rapper in Saipan, best rapper in Palau, best rapper in the you know, in all the areas of Micronesia, do a big show on Guam,
Some
that would be a huge, you
How
know,
about-
Yeah.
a huge
How about you?
movement.
How about you just start a digital radio station that only plays Pacific Island hip hop?
Oh,
Yeah, that would be
man.
cool.
Oh,
That would be cool.
man.
Like a
That's tight.
Spotify
That's a
playlist.
great idea,
That's tight.
bro.
I mean,
Yeah.
I never
people-
thought of that. Well,
Yeah,
they
I
need
mean,
the
but-
content. The reason is why they don't have the studio to make.
Oh
the
yeah,
means of
they don't
it.
have the
Making
resources
the
to be able to
song.
do
So,
that.
so
That's a
go
lot
out
of the
there,
reasons I hear.
go out there, send them a fucking microphone.
Dude, we have the craziest idea, bro.
Be like,
Here,
put on
bro,
these
have
fucking
it.
headphones
So check this out.
and put it and
Yeah,
rap
I'll
over
suck
it,
it
and then
up.
then you guys bring it back and produce it.
And
Yeah.
from what- I was talking to one of my friends, Kai, and he wants to do this project for like the Micronesia, build a container, make it a studio inside, like
Oh, it's like a small
high-tech
container,
studio,
right? Yeah.
and go around the Marianas, do like giving out, you know, like stuff.
So put
whether
that
it's
studio on a
Zores,
Matson
clothing.
boat.
Put it on a Matson, dude. Put it on the ship. We're gonna be chilling on the ship the whole time, or meet them there.
Right.
Yeah.
And when we get there, do a bunch of studio sessions and have them be able to have like high quality hip
Yeah,
hop
we-
and see what they have to offer. You know,
Put that shit
Yeah.
back on the
It's
ship
just
and
an
we're back.
idea.
That's really cool.
Yeah,
It's really
no, I
neat
think it- I
concept,
think
man.
it's
ideas
great.
like that, you know.
But it doesn't even have to be a container, dude. All you
Just
have
be
to
a
do is find a
backpack, yeah,
space.
yeah,
You
a luggage
fucking
of your
yeah,
stuff,
a luggage
and
of
a
shit.
hotel room.
Dude,
Yeah.
when I go out to the States, I always bring microphones and I always bring my recorder.
Oh, yeah, no, that's what I did in Saipan for the homie Toots. Toots, if you're watching this, what's good?
Dude, he's
I
lit.
brought out my interface and my condenser mic, and I got my laptop, and then we found a space at Zos Zangsung. He's like one of the
Yo, that's the
big
homie.
rappers in Saipan, and then we went to his space, and then we just set up makeshift, and then I mixed like 2 songs for him. So, dude, man's got talent, bro. Just no resources.
It's as easy as that. You know what I mean? Even if you were to send a package of these things to the people who are artists and be like, all right, here's some shit.
Do this for everyone there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And not only that, but put some shit together and send it back to you.
Yeah,
And bring
yeah.
it here, and then this is where it'll be distributed.
Yeah, this is true.
Definitely. I mean, that is a long way though, especially with the community here. Like we kind of got to build here first.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
But
that would be
okay.
great though.
You have
It
to be
would-
okay with playing the shitty shit too.
Oh
bro.
yeah.
You know.
Facts,
Well,
definitely
what's
facts.
crazy is like I used to use that as an excuse. Oh, I don't have a mic. I don't have this. But there's this small group. I think they're called like Red King Productions.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I
just
showed
found
I
it.
showed
Yeah,
you.
yeah.
I showed you guys. They
Red
record their
King.
shit on their iPhone.
That's
yeah, you
tight,
can
man.
hook up
They-
microphone
yeah, they'll
condenser
use their-
microphones to your.
No, not even.
And
they'll
GarageBand
take
on
their
your
they'll take their
iPad.
iPhone like
Their headphones,
their
their earphones?
and then
The
they'll record on
microphone.
that, and then they'll find a beat, they'll put it over on their GarageBand
Yo.
on
Their phone, literally,
On their
or on their
phone?
iPad, they have those.
Or it's on their iPad, and they'll record it on there, and some of their shit's pretty tight
Yeah.
for the little amount of like equipment they have. So like when I saw that, I was like, damn, I was making excuses like forever.
Yeah, no, real. Like at the end of the day, man,
The
it's
easiest
never
thing to make.
Yeah,
Finding the
I mean,
means.
there is like you have that perfectionist like persona as an artist. Like, oh man, I don't want to put this out. I love this verse.
Yeah.
I love this hook. I don't really want to record it unless it's high quality. But
it's
at
like,
the
how are
same
you
time,
gonna
it's like,
evolve that way?
You're gonna waste that verse.
Yeah,
that
see, I
hook.
felt
It's gonna go
like
to waste if you don't do that.
I was
so
silly like that for a
It's a
while.
really a balance. Yeah, I mean, you give and take. Like, you just have to deal with what you have, especially on.
There's
the
a good
island.
direct comparison to be your podcast, man. Like what you started with, and then you got to see the growth, you know, the evolution of the podcast and your equipment and how you
Definitely.
portray yourself. Everything just, it's always nice to have that the idea of evolution. You know?
Yeah, I mean, like I said, when you take off your old shit, then you kind of don't have a picture of how you have evolved.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
where you came from.
Right. I was listening to episode 13 on Sunday. I listened to like the first like 30 minutes, and I was like, holy
Damn.
shit.
What year was that? What year was that episode?
20.
13?
Episode
15,
13 was
16?
2015.
Damn.
Man,
So,
that's
you know,
3 years already.
Now I'm able to see how the way I speak has evolved.
Yeah,
the
yeah.
way I think and process
Yeah.
the conversation with
Yeah.
people, right? Whether there's the three of us or whether it's two,
One-on-one,
well,
yeah.
one-on-one, right?
Yeah.
Like 30-minute podcast to like 2 hours. Like it could be
Dude.
like
Yeah.
just let it go.
I talked
basically.
to Arlene Steffi.
Yeah.
She's like 40 years older than me. 4 hours.
That's
Damn, that's
We talked for
crazy.
4
That's
hours.
I think I
insane.
saw.
Thing,
I think
dude.
I saw like an hour of that one.
Dude. And
I
it's
think I was
like,
at work.
I was like, where did we,
I
where
work
did,
graveyard, so it's like it's mad boring. So I just watch podcasts, and then yours came up on the recommend. I was like, shoot.
oh shit.
Yeah, hell yeah.
'Cause I remember the first time I found out about this dude was at the native fashion weekend.
Guam Fashion Week, the one with
I had-
Reed.
yeah, I had your
Hard
sticker
Rock?
on my phone.
Oh,
for, like,
nice.
the longest time.
Nice,
I
bro.
was like, I don't know who this dude is, but Jared fucks with him, so had that on my phone.
Yeah, bro. I always give Jared props because, dude, I was on the verge of quitting, bro.
Damn,
Just like
bro.
stopping it. I hadn't done a podcast for about almost 4 weeks, right?
Damn.
And I was just like, damn, you know, what am I doing with this? You know, do I want to keep doing it? Do I
Yeah,
want to keep
yeah, yeah.
going? It's kind of hard looking for, you know, finding people,
Yeah,
and doing
yeah.
this and doing that. And he hit me up one day and he's like, yo, you want to do fashion weekend? I was like, sure.
That's awesome.
He's like, I
Yeah.
got like 6 people you can interview. I was like, sure. Ended up interviewing like 9 people that night, dude.
Yo,
And
that's
so
tight.
Yeah.
it went from not doing anything for 3 weeks to interviewing 9 people.
I
in
remember
a
I
night.
stood there for like 2.5 hours just listening.
dude, and it was fun, dude.
That's awesome. Dude.
Yeah.
I went in to take pictures, and then like I forgot for like 2 hours. I was just like plugged in. I was sitting there. Like,
Dude.
cool. Like
Thanks, bro.
like
Yeah,
I was
bro.
standing up, and then I was like, "Fuck, I'm tired." So I sat down on the stage, and I was there. And then I looked at the time. I was like, "Shit."
Yeah, so the next one that's coming up, I'm gonna do the same thing. He wants me to do another live podcast.
Yo,
sorta
that's
deal.
tight.
And dude,
That's
Hey,
tight
man.
because
I was
like
even pulling people from the crowd, like
setup was dope too because you could see them on stage, and then there was like the table where they had like they had all the headphones so that people could listen,
That's
Yeah.
cool.
and then they could just put it down, and then there was like
but you
wipes.
can't if you were to take off the headphones, you can't hear anything.
Yeah,
we're
yeah,
saying.
yeah,
So
yeah.
it's like
They're, like in the back of the stage.
Yeah,
you know?
see, that was the dope thing because like you just see them moving their mouths, right? Because there's music playing in the background as well. So you just put the headphones on, then you could finally hear them. And when you take them off, like there was wipes, you could wipe them off. You just put them down.
That's tight, dude.
That's awesome. That's a really cool outlet, dude.
Yeah. So I mean, I want to evolve it for this next show, but I don't know. I don't know how I'm gonna do it.
Yeah, in a
Trying
yeah.
to get more headphones there, and
Yeah, I think there was like 4.
yeah, there was only
And
a few.
I felt bad for like hogging one of them.
There's like a line.
Get like
Yeah,
a
it
head.
was,
Yeah, no,
headphone
there wasn't like
sponsor,
a
bro.
line, but I knew people were like coming.
Headphone sponsor.
Yeah, get
A
a
lot of-
headphone
a lot of
sponsor,
people
bro.
were,
That'd
like,
be
in
cool.
and
That'd
out.
be really cool.
Shim Bros.
Dude.
Shim Bros. American music. We out
Yeah.
here.
Yeah.
And yeah, I guess when it comes to the evolution with anything, right? You just want to be able to look back and be like, damn.
That's how far I came, man.
Yeah, yeah.
And it's motivation
Things
to
are
get
different.
better every day.
like we out
as
here.
A person.
Right. I mean, when you listen to your stuff from the last time we talked, you know, what do you think of it, and how have you seen yourself evolve?
Yeah, definitely. I feel like it's, I mean, especially with the evolution of music itself, like in the world today, or like in the industry, you know, it does evolve too. So it sounds like a lot older, more condensed. But like, I mean, I don't know. I kind of like my.
I mean,
Yeah.
I mean, mindset wise, right? How's
Oh yeah, definitely.
Your,
It's
your,
like
your mindset.
there's
for
always
your
those
music.
pros and cons of the song, and you always hear your little tweaks that you want to change and all the stuff like that. And lyrically, especially too, like you always look back and it's like, oh god damn it, why'd I say that? Why the hell did I
You're
say
growing
those
every
stupid
aspect,
lyrics?
dude. That's
That's
what's
how I
up.
feel like when I
Exactly,
look
bro.
at old verses, like when I go through my phone.
Yeah.
I was
Like,
listening
damn,
to it
like,
tonight, literally.
I would think like, oh man, yeah, this verse is fire, and then like 2 weeks later I go back, what the fuck?
Yo, this is
Like,
trash.
how does this? That doesn't even delete, and the next thing you know, I'm like, damn, I could have used like 2 of those.
Yeah, the melody or something.
Yeah, I'm just like, fuck. I can't remember.
What's you guys' process in writing? At least in writing, whether it's a verse, whether it's a hook.
Well,
whether
I
it's
think it
poetry.
varies. I get with each artist,
Yeah,
with
of
all
course,
3 of us.
of
But
course.
I think we can talk about like our process for the project we just did the straight up tape.
Hey,
Oh,
just
yeah,
pull,
for-
pull your mic
Question
down
mark.
just
Oh,
a
sorry.
little bit so we can at least.
There you
Yeah,
go.
there's a
see
new
your
project
face.
on
There you go.
Spotify.
There you go.
There you go.
Spotify.
There you go.
There's 3 tracks. It's straight up,
Straight up
exclamation point.
exclamation point volume dot question mark. So I guess the first track was Woke. Oh yeah, it is the first track. And
Woke is the first
Trips and I call him over to chop it up to the studio to the office, and we're just chilling, right? And it's like, man,
Hey,
that's-
pull it up so people can
Yeah,
see
I was
it. at
like,
least.
yo, Jet,
On
let's go just
Spotify.
record right
Put it
now,
on
bro.
Spotify.
yeah, let's record something. And I was like, man, but
You don't have to
do
play
it.
I
it.
don't,
Just on the screen.
but I was
You
like,
can
I
full
don't
screen
have
it.
I don't have any beats, right? And then I was like, man, let's go make a beat right now. And then this guy had a verse, and I was like, dude, I really like that song nonstop. Could we make something like that? I was like, dude, we
It just
can
came out like a
actually.
day before.
So I was messing around with the MIDI keyboard, and I was like, oh, dude, this 808 matches, this bass, this kick matches. Okay, how about this snare? Hi-hats moving
Literally
on,
like
and then I was
20
like,
minutes,
and
dude.
yeah, 20 minutes. This
20
guy
minutes,
came up
bro.
with the verse, I came up with the melody, and then we recorded that the same day. And I was like, dude.
Yeah.
So basically, the process for that just happened. It was just that creative spark, like, oh, yo, this makes sense.
Yeah, and then we ended up performing it, and it was like
It
it's
was
a
really
banger,
funny
to be
because
honest,
that's the same. That was legit the same process of how we came up with Balatsu.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, like so. So
Yeah,
Sarah,
that's the third track.
Sarah, our media, our head of media.
Media manager.
Her media manager.
mom.
We're in headlights.
So her boyfriend.
Something was about to go wrong. I was in trouble. I was like, what?
God
damn it,
And so Sarah,
So her,
yeah,
boy-
but
so her boyfriend Tal, Crux, Tal Williams. That's the boyfriend.
Yeah.
And he just happens to be a fucking dope producer, bro. Like he's
Yeah,
like,
I
holy
walked.
cow.
She invited me over to hang out, and I was like, shoot. So I came.
that's Oni's
over.
cousin, by the way.
Yeah.
Oni
So
and
I
Sarah
came
cousins.
over, and I'm outside like walking through her gate, and I could hear like beats going on. I'm thinking, oh, maybe they're just like on YouTube like looking up beats. I walk in the kitchen. This dude is on his laptop. They're plugged into the speaker. He has his MIDI keyboard out, and this dude is like making bangers.
Yeah.
And I'm like, whoa. I'm like, okay, I'm coming here more often.
that's exactly how
This
I met
dude
him,
is
too.
That's how we
nice.
started living in
Yeah.
the house.
Yeah.
Like I basically like her
That's
dad
how
is
we
like,
moved in.
should I start charging him rent? Like so we.
So I noticed Oni's been here for 3 months already.
Exactly.
And so is
That's
Tal.
legit what happened.
Over dinner as well. Yeah.
Yeah.
Tom's sitting right across him too.
Yeah. So Oni, we're gonna have to talk to you about your first month
About rent?
and last month's rent.
Yeah.
no,
No,
the
that's
play,
just
but
funny because
rent.
like
Not to make it awkward, we're gonna slide the contract.
Professional.
no, but it's funny because that was how that was how Trips and I made our first track. together.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we were just hanging out, and I was like, I asked him, I was like, I hummed a melody, and I was like, hey, can you do something like that? He was like, cool, and I was like, wait, I want it like this vibe, cool. So we made the beat, and then we made the second half of the beat where we just sped the beat up.
That's
yeah.
half
And
sped and then normal
Yeah,
speed.
we made it made like a totally different vibe for the song. I was like, you know what, I got someone for this. So luckily enough, he answered his phone. I was like, yo, what are you doing?
I literally
She's
strolled
like,
over.
I'm not doing shit. I'm like, hey, I'm gonna send you a location. We're gonna record a song right now. He's like, shoot. So
That's
he
the first
comes
time.
over, he hears it. He's like, yo, and then within like 20 minutes, we had it recorded.
Yeah.
We didn't know how to mix vocals.
We had the blanket over our head.
Yeah,
and we had a microphone.
We were
like
holding
this.
the mic, and then we put a blanket over our head, and that's how we were
Yeah,
recording
that
it.
song's
And
on
then-
SoundCloud.
As long
Swap
as
and
it
Pop
works.
Head.
It's like a ghost. It's like a ghost.
Yeah,
Halloween track.
but like that's how I met
Tal.
Crux.
Crux.
Or Tal.
Yeah.
And then
Tal
him
Crux.
and I went over to meet up with Jed.
Yeah,
And
one
then-
day I was like, 1 week I was like, man, let's go chop it up with Oni, right? And then Oni's like, can I bring can I bring my cousin's boyfriend? I was like, it's Crux. He's a producer. I was like, yeah, I actually came across some of his shit on Instagram. I was like, yeah, fuck yeah, let's
'cause
go.
I was tagging them. I was tagging
Yeah,
them
he
in
was
hella
tagging.
shit.
And then and they came over, and then all of a sudden we just chopped it up, and it was history from there. We found a beat that we liked.
Yeah,
he
we're
has like
just
a
going-
whole
he has,
arsenal
like,
of beats.
Bro,
He has like a full library
Of just
and we were
beats.
just going through a bunch of them.
Like, let's just do this one.
How long has he been making beats? Do you know? Like literally,
Not long.
not that long. He's
Not
really
long.
good, dude.
Maybe
Yeah.
a little under a year.
We
Yeah, and
performed
then-
with the beats at the show, and dude, the beats.
Yeah,
were
they
banging.
sounded nice.
2 years.
Oh, really?
He just evolved. Hey.
Self.
Yeah, because he
evolved.
just like
I didn't know
went
that.
in.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so
Shout out YouTube.
so yeah, the Balatsu beat.
thing.
Oni and I were just sitting down, and Crux just going through his whole
Hey,
library of
play,
beats.
play the Got Balatsu beat.
That was funny because
Yeah.
the way that we came up with this was like he asked me about my friend Pat.
So who's
Pat-
yelling in the beginning?
That was me.
That's
people can't recognize it, man.
Take
It's
your
just
shirt
like,
off.
yeah, yeah.
it's just funny because like he was like.
Take off my shirt.
Yeah, that's me.
This guy.
That's me.
That's this guy. Bro. That's this guy.
No, because
dude.
the joke is at Cowboy Ninja.
The bar,
my
yeah.
friend Pat Unkenko. He's
Hey.
known as the shirtless guy from CBN, right? Because we go there all the time, and he always has a shirt off. So the bartenders had dubbed him the shirtless guy from CBN, and he went viral on Twitter. Like even before he had a Twitter, he went viral on Twitter. A couple
I think I
times.
actually follow him. He has some funny ass fucking tweets.
Yeah.
He does,
Off the
bro.
walls.
Dude,
Yeah, it's
bro.
like
if you on
stupid shit.
Instagram, it's crazier, bro.
Like, and then he was asking me about that. He was like, "What do they think of him?" They're like, "Dude, they love him. Like every time I'm in there, they ask about him." And
It's a
he's
vibe.
like, "There, yeah."
Yeah, this is.
Like it's just funny.
Yeah.
And we're like, dude, what's something we could use to describe that? And then he was like, Balatsu.
Like Balatsu, par. Shoot, let's do it.
Then,
One.
no, we're playing. We're playing. The,
bro.
yes, we were just listening to the beat, and then. Yeah.
This is Crux that made the beat.
Yeah, shout out Crux. We gonna give a lot.
You know what's funny? He hates this beat.
Why?
He's like, dude, there's so much wrong with it.
Oh.
Hey, but it's just this drafts,
Yeah.
bro.
But it's your own worst critic, right?
Yeah, you are your worst critic. This is true.
Like when he came to all the shows and he was just like, man, you know, the kick was too high, or like the snare didn't sound right. I should have changed
Even
that.
at the
And
sound
I'm like,
check right here.
Yeah.
I like it for what it was, though, bro. I like
Yeah.
it for what it is.
Like when we made the hook, it was just us fucking around. Like we were like, Balatsu, let's get Balatsu.
Yeah, and honestly, like what I want to do with music is, I guess, bridge the gap with our culture or our language with, you know, mainstream pop, mainstream media, mainstream hip hop, and you know, it's stuff that I like. So like, I love living on Guam. I love hip hop. I live on Guam. I was raised there. So why not blend the two and just make something
Yeah,
cool
like
with
the,
it?
the comparison he made was like, if we can say lit, why can't we why can't we branch out and have people out there say Balatsu?
Yeah, because-
and then we even added video clips
Yeah,
that I had of my group. We call ourselves BDM, but we're together all the time.
yeah.
And I had video clips of them when they were drunk. And then the joke is that we make fun of Pat all the time because when he's Balatz, like he says the same thing. He's like, "Fuck you, par. This shit feels amazing." So I had my friend Brandon.
I made
record
Oni.
that.
I made Oni take creative control for this. I just wrote the chorus.
Yeah.
And your verse.
And then at the end of the song was a video from like we went to go hang out at a friend's house, and my friend Cam was recording, and she's just gone. It's like, sissy, they made me drink everything. I was like, I need that. Sorry,
But yeah,
guys.
so yeah, there's one thing like, if you know, like the South Florida scene, they have this term called JIT, right? What does it mean, Oni? Like, you
it's
know,
like a
adolescent.
yeah, it's like you're a
troubled
youngin,
kid.
like you're like a dumbass basically.
So like, and that was based in South Florida, right? And then it just so happened to spread around the entire, you
Like
know,
Eastern.
country. You know what I mean? Of the
man.
U.S.
like you'll
everybody-
hear it a lot from Post Malone. The Post Malone says it a lot.
Everybody in the States is gonna start saying cocksucker, dude.
Yeah, see, that's what
Not Jit, it's like everybody's
that's the
cock.
goal though. We want
That's
our
just
culture out
cocks.
there because South Florida fucking was
And
a
what you guys are
tsunami,
essentially creating is a new subculture, right?
Yeah. It's just, I honestly, bro, it's just cool. You know, I want people to understand like some of our language, like,
Yeah.
you know, you don't want to keep saying lit all the time. It's like, oh, yo, let's get Balatsu, bro. It's like, oh, dude, fuck yeah, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude, like that'll be fucking dope. Like I bet like people from like South Florida, like when they heard fucking JIT, they're like, oh yo, when they heard someone from fucking Montana say JIT.
It's like, yo,
Yo, that's
crazy.
tight. Like I want to hear someone from fucking.
This is how I
Minnesota.
see the creative side of Guam becoming. I see it becoming a representative of of what this side of the Pacific has to.
Yeah,
has
we
to
got a
offer.
lot to offer.
Right,
man.
and it can literally come directly right out of here to where people want to come here to see these artists where you can literally run into them in Payless.
It's like, yo,
right, or the hotel, like,
Yeah.
shit, I was at brunch with that guy.
Dude, he was just at Dusitani. Dude. I just saw him.
But, if we could just bridge all these gaps and just make people, any way to raise awareness of our island is dope, and it doesn't
Yeah.
just have to be about missiles and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, if we could do it through our music, if we do it through our art,
I remember we made a. I remember him and I were like making jokes on Twitter when everyone was like buzzing about fucking Guam and North Korea.
Oh yeah,
Everyone was like taking it like hella serious, but I'm like, fuck it. Like we have like there's a microscope on us right now. Let's fucking do some shit.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
when Russ came. Russ had a shirt and it was all branded off.
Yeah, it was
Kim
all
Jong-un
branded
and
off
Trump.
that whole
He was like,
spiel on
Yo,
Guam.
Guam's relevant. I'm gonna fly over there and do a show real quick. And
Yeah.
that's
Dude,
always
Russ
good
was
publicity,
real as
man.
fuck for that, and the
Yeah.
concert shirt was a picture of Trump.
Yeah, and Kim Jong-un.
Yeah.
Actually bought it, dude. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's really
Yeah,
nice.
native.
see,
That was the native
I was a
shirt.
broke boy, so I couldn't.
Stuff
buy
like
it.
that is super cool too for the community because then it kind of like gives us outlets or a little more like publicity for our type of music, even though it's kind of R&B.
Yeah.
It's like it's more than reggae. There's always Trench Fest and all these reggae concerts.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there's
Stuff like
so
that
much
really helps.
available.
Yeah.
Like like Guam is a melting pot. So is our art. It doesn't have to be
Yeah.
limited to just this. It's like
Right.
you could always evolve it. You could always try and tie in all these different mediums of art that existed before and give it a fresh new feel. You feel me?
Well, now we're so much more exposed to different kinds of arts from different regions of the world.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now everything's sort of gonna blend,
This is
Right.
true.
Yeah,
This is true.
but also in the aspect where Guam creativity is still there. I mean, shit, you guys are just put out.
Yeah.
It's unheard of here.
Yeah.
It's
It's just something I always like to think.
all three of them are completely fucking different in every aspect.
Yeah.
But
Definitely original. Yeah.
it brings a dynamic to what the hip hop sound is currently here on Guam.
Yeah.
For sure.
You're right.
I'll be
From
honest.
someone
There's
else.
really no. I guess if I can say it just through being, all of us can say it through being indulged in the scene, that there's no definite Guam sound. I mean, the quality before was the perception of Guam hip hop was a YouTube beat you rip off, or a beat you rip off YouTube, and it's like pixelated in 360p,
Yeah.
and then you just rap over it, or you do remixes of songs. But all of a sudden, you have all these resources and all these tools popping up, and here we are going out of our way to make it happen.
Yeah.
Producing our own stuff, we're doing everything.
How
you
many
know?
how many different sounds though are coming out of this place?
A
So
lot.
small.
There's so
A
many.
If you,
lot.
right now,
if
to
you
be
go
honest.
if you go to a small town in California, just as
Dude.
big as Guam,
Thousands maybe.
maybe
Hundreds.
yeah, maybe it wouldn't be so how cultured it is here.
This is true. Yep.
Yeah.
Right?
Fuck
I
yeah.
mean, what is cultured nowadays? Is it
Yeah.
being is it being like really ancient culturally sound, or is it
Being about the culture.
being
like-
being about what the culture has become, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Because
I
now, like
really-
we said, it's a
I really
melting
hate
pot.
I really hate that conversation is because both sides are so fucking pretentious, bro.
Yeah, yeah,
They're
yeah.
so fucking full of themselves. I know I have an ego, and like my family's very indulged with like ancient culture. Like,
Okay.
We have the Tasa or now it's a.
Yeah, pull the mic
Tatasi.
closer to you. Yeah.
Now it's called Tatasi, and we do like traditional seafaring. and
Right.
whatnot. So, but I don't post about that stuff. I don't need to.
Yeah,
That's between me and our organization. But like a lot of like the independent Guam advocates, not like the organization themselves. I love that organization because I'm an advocate as well. A lot of those advocates are so fucking full of themselves. They think they're so much fucking smarter than
All the
everybody.
smoke. I want home.
No, like this is dead ass.
Want it all.
Because and then along with that, they're like they dismiss anything that doesn't pertain to like ancient culture. Like they'll dismiss us because we won't rap in Chamorro.
That's
Oh,
And
yeah,
then,
there's-
then on
a
the
good
other
fact.
side of the spectrum, some of like the people from like our side, they'll dismiss them as well because they're like, oh fuck you guys, you don't give a fuck about us.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah,
Like
that's
it's
true. in a
there's
sense.
like two sides to the spectrum, and
Yeah.
everyone is so
Very
full of
definitely.
I
themselves.
was just telling someone we're as divided as ever. when
Yeah,
it comes-
no,
when
real.
it comes
Like I
down
just
to
got into
that,
an
like-
argument with someone the other day about this shit because some girl was on Twitter saying some shit like we shouldn't
think I know what you're talking
we
about.
shouldn't do this because our ancestors weren't as oppressed as
They
as-
shouldn't
as
say.
the
They shouldn't say
African-Americans.
something.
Yeah,
They shouldn't.
yeah.
say
I
the
straight
word.
up quoted it. I was like,
Yeah.
I didn't say anything about the word because I agree, but I said, shut the fuck up. Don't say anything about how our ancestors aren't as oppressed as them. That's fucking bullshit.
Right.
Facts. I mean, if you do your like, you look up the history. Yeah.
Yeah, like you're not gonna
definitely
go up
just-
to the.
No,
fuck-
I wouldn't
you're-
say it's
Like,
bad. I don't know.
hey,
It's
like, no,
like-
no, it's like, hey, what's up? Are you able to go on the internet? All right, shut up.
You're not gonna go to the
It's as easy
fucking.
as that.
You're not gonna go to the Monuncle and be like, hey, your oppression's not as bad as them.
Yeah.
Like
because
they're
don't
gonna
know
tell
the
you straight up
story,
to shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I did it for them. And then someone got mad.
Hence the title of Straight Up. Like,
Yeah,
Yeah,
I mean,
man, awesome, bro.
it is a tough conversation. I
Yeah.
feel like it's the toughest conversation
It
to
is.
have
it is.
because people tend to hold strong on what their beliefs are.
Especially
right?
on Guam, everyone's so like up and proud.
Yeah, that's just
Yeah.
But
that's just the
that's a-
pride though
I
that
love
comes
that,
with it.
though.
I love it.
Love it.
That's
It
what
is
makes
definitely-
us us.
It's
From the Monuncle all the way down.
double-edged
It's a
sword, for
double-edged
sure.
sword, though.
Facts.
Yeah.
Sure,
I think there's a while ago. There's not the Laddie Stone girl. Fuck her.
Oh my God. You saw that?
No, I thought it was mad funny.
Yeah,
I thought it was hilarious.
They
wasn't
they
that bad.
amplified.
But it was just because
bad.
it's just because she's not from here.
Right.
That's
Yeah.
all.
Got
But
hella-
there's
got
just
hella-
like
Right.
I don't remember what it was, but I remember like I caught hella smoke on Twitter for it because I was like, why do you guys get mad at any fucking like mention of Guam? Oh no, it was this girl who her brother is getting stationed here. And she
Oh, I
was
remember
like-
seeing
It was the
that.
one where like,
What's
oh,
Guam?
yeah, no, she was like, oh, you're going to real Guam, and then everyone's like, oh, there's not a fake Guam. Oh, fuck you, bitch. And I messaged her. I was like, hey, everyone here is just super fucking sensitive.
So you got
And I called everyone out. I'm like, you guys are just fucking sensitive. Be happy that we're even like a joke because in Texas,
Right.
the joke is
You're gonna go all the way to Guam.
Guam is a faraway place. So if you're gonna go like somewhere like out of state, it's Guam because it's far.
Right.
Right. I'm happy that they're even acknowledging like
Yeah.
they know.
I think like 5-10
We
years
are.
ago,
It's
people
insane.
didn't even know. It's like,
Yeah.
what is a Guam?
So
Yeah.
I'm
What is
like,
a
I'm cool with
Guam?
that.
Something.
I'm cool with that. But everyone's like, oh yeah, you know, fuck you. Like Guam is beautiful. You need to come here. Like, her brother is gonna come here. They're acknowledging our
And spend
existence.
his
There's
money.
more percentages of people in the States that don't even know we fucking exist. So
Hey,
can we
man.
just take this as a win?
You're
and
totally
then
right, dude.
Fucking inform them of who we are instead of just trying to fucking cut them down. That girl was cool as
They
hell.
attacked her. They
Yeah.
attacked her with no second guess.
Yeah.
For sure, man. When I moved out to the States in 2005, when I was 17 or 18, I didn't meet one person who knew what Guam was.
Wow.
Yeah.
Within the last like 5 years,
where's
it grew
that?
like crazy.
Where I went to high school.
South America?
Like
Guatemala?
Guatemala?
Yeah.
No, Guam. It's in the Pacific.
Like what's a Guam?
There's islands in the Pacific? Like, what the fuck?
Yeah, it's like, oh, you guys got huts or what?
Yeah, and so
Like I went to a high school where no one knew what we were. I was one of 2 Asians and one of 1 Pacific Islander. No, there were 2 Asian Pacific Islanders and 1 other Asian.
And what I was
And
telling
that was it.
I was just telling Rose LaGuardia, I was like, we've come to a point in Guam's era or the history of Guam to where now we don't have to explain who we are.
Yeah, I just tell
No
people to
reason.
Google.
Yeah.
There-
You want to know about Guam? Oh, go Google that shit and then
I told you guys about this. There's this dude that commented on PNB Rocks on Twitter.
I saw that too.
And
I
the
didn't
dude was
see
like,
that.
He went at him.
so there's this one girl that was like, oh, I can't come to the concert. Then PNB Rock quoted her, and he's like, how come you can't come? And then some dude like in the mentions was like, what's a Guam? And I was like, how about you Google us? And he was like, I didn't even know y'all spoke English. And I was like, well, if you Googled us and found out, you'd understand why we speak English.
right. Right.
Just awareness, man. Raising awareness for who we
It
are.
is.
you
Like
know?
I
It
don't
is.
care. I don't care how I do it. People
but-
could hate me.
But the fact of the matter is that it's less than it is now. When I go out to the States, people automatically knew.
Yeah, there's
When Rose was in Uruguay, she's like, "Oh, I know Guam.
Wow, that's interesting.
You guys were threatened by North Korea."
It's
You
like,
know,
shout out to Trump.
Yeah.
Shout out to Trump.
Shout out
yeah.
to
See,
Trump.
like
Yeah,
even stuff like
even though
that.
it's in that
I
light,
guess.
Like it's a negative. Like
we spent all our time searching for some sort of recognition or
Definitely,
notoriety. Like, hey, you know, we exist.
Yep.
Yeah, people were always like, "Oh yeah, you know, we just want recognition. We finally get it." And they're
We have
pissed
power.
off. Like, why don't we use this as a
Love
way
that.
to like?
I love that.
It's
Give
not the
us
way I
positive
expected
awareness.
it to be.
But let's use this. Let's use this as a way to like bring positive awareness, because that whole Trump bullshit, I was like, damn, like real.
Yeah.
I mean, it was cool though because everyone was like, "No, save Guam, no."
Yeah, and then there was
Yeah.
even like there's
Yeah.
talk shows
Yeah.
doing like videos about us. I thought they were hilarious.
Yeah.
I thought they were fucking funny because I
All
know
of-
how to take a joke.
Yeah, all
everyone
of-
here, oh fuck you, that's not funny. Like fuck you, that's funny.
Yeah, right. I mean, I feel like it's.
I think
way
Conan
too-
O'Brien
way
did
too
one. That shit
defensive.
was hilarious.
It's way too defensive. Like,
Yeah.
come on. Of all things, we can laugh at a Guam
That's why,
joke.
yeah,
Or anything
yeah,
on
we're
like,
from
how come,
here.
like
Anything.
they make like we'll laugh at jokes about other countries that they do. How come we can't laugh about ours?
Yeah, exactly.
That's why people like there's like this negative connotation about us, like we're fucking proud assholes, because it's fucking true.
Well, we are extremely proud.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's true.
But the asshole part, I guess we can change.
Yeah, we could like that's what I'm saying. Like we could definitely change that. Like we could just be like we're proud of where we're from. But
Exactly.
like at any
Always.
fucking mention of Guam that isn't, oh, Guam is fucking beautiful, we don't have to like put a stick up our ass and throw
Yeah,
hands.
yeah. I feel like if anyone says anything about Guam that's not like, oh, it's beautiful or the beaches are nice, it's like,
Yeah.
oh, what the hell, man? You better
Yeah,
say
they
it's
dismiss it
beautiful.
or
Oh yeah, do you even know who we were? Do you know what the Japanese did to us? They don't give a fuck about that.
Yeah, no one knows about.
They're
what
just trying to figure out who we are. Why can't we just be like, yo, yeah, this is us. Here,
Yeah,
here's a
doesn't
picture.
matter.
Here's a
this
picture
is-
of our home.
No, this is who we are now.
This is who we were.
This is who we were. If you want to enjoy that,
Yeah,
enjoy
exactly.
that.
You
But
can look it up if
But
you want.
but if you want to come here and experience what we are, because
Yeah.
every single
Yeah.
person I have run into who's not from here and has experienced a good side of Guam, it's always a great thing.
Yeah.
Definitely. Especially
Yeah.
And then
a
it's
lot
the
of the
people like
artists,
I feel
celebrities.
bad for a lot of
Always good
military
feedback.
guys here, man, because they get a lot of the bullshit from
Get
the
a lot of
locals, man.
flack.
Yeah, locals do give a lot of military. I mean, like
A lot of my
it's-
friends are
it's
military,
equal.
dude.
Some guys are like, I didn't even choose to come here.
Yeah, they're just here
come
for work, and they're like, oh yeah, you took all our land. Like that's not them.
That's not them.
They're just here to support them. So they're here because they were forced to come here. They were given a choice. Guam sounded cool.
They
so
didn't
they're-
even have a choice. Mainly, their orders.
No, like
said,
they-
go to
they-
Guam. Yeah.
You get your
usually
top-
they
you
give
get your
you
top three
yeah, they
places
give you a
like
top
that.
3
Yeah.
places.
I think I'll go to
and then,
Guam.
Like
And then they choose 4.
they'll choose like the one at the bottom. Like they'll choose one that sounds super exotic, and then 3 that they're familiar with.
It's like I'm not.
And they
gonna
usually give you
Chile.
the one that you don't want.
Yeah, it's like Nebraska,
But it's like the-
Chile, Guam.
Like there's hella like military dudes here that are fucking cool,
Yeah,
bro.
yeah,
but
yeah.
like they don't have a lot of local friends because locals are all like, oh fuck you.
Yeah, I really don't like the whole. I believe racism is alive and well here on Guam.
Oh yeah, definitely.
no,
It
there's
is,
hella
it
racists
is.
here.
In all
It's
ways,
easy
it
to
goes
say,
away everywhere.
go away white guy, go away black man, go away fucking Mexican. dude."
Yeah.
and it's okay. It shouldn't.
Yeah,
be
but then
right?
suddenly they're like, wow, you're really mean. Oh, what the fuck you say about Guam?
Yeah. Oh.
Whoa.
Yeah, you
don't-
hear the
you don't-
phrase "This is my island."
Yeah,
or something
right,
Like that, and it's
and-
like, come on,
Yeah.
man.
Yeah,
Like,
like,
how
chill the
you know
fuck.
what it's like to be out
You
there.
want
and
people
be,
to like love us.
like-
How are you gonna do that? Because military are the people, like military families talk, right? Because I'm a military child. Military spouses talk. So if one military spouse says to another military spouse, oh yeah, people here are kind of assholes towards military, they're gonna tell that to every other military spouse, and that's gonna be the stigma.
Already, yeah, basically.
But
it's been.
if they have a good experience, oh yeah, you know, this family's really nice. They invited us to their family barbecue. We had a great time. They're gonna tell everyone that, and then that's gonna
mean,
spread when they
yeah,
get
granted,
stationed
there
somewhere
are
else.
families. There are families on Guam that are really close military, families.
Yeah.
And stuff like that. It's just like anywhere in the world. I feel like it.
Yeah.
There's the good and the bad, and you just gotta take the good with
And
it.
Like,
just
you
when,
could
with
go to-
Guam and stuff, it's just so small and so dense that like everything
Yeah.
moves
Everyone
so
hears
fast.
everything too. Like
Yeah.
everyone's
You
gonna
Go to
don't
any
help.
military base in the States and you will find a really good population of local people. But then you would also find that percentage of those population of local people that are super pretentious. Like they won't talk to anyone
But
local.
you see what's cool though is like in the States, like they really respect like the military. It's like, oh man, I respect you. You guys are doing good things. Like you guys are protecting
Yeah,
the country.
see?
You're going to war for us. We respect you. But on Guam, it's like,
It's
no,
fuck-
you took
you
the
took our
north
land.
and you
Took
took
our-
the south.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
took
I'm
Suma,
mad.
you
Like,
took Ritidian.
Yeah, dude. And
Like
there's a
damn,
difference,
like,
like
there's-
they're out there.
I feel
saying,
I strongly believe that whatever we do have, we should preserve, but everything
Yeah.
else, it's like, with the whole Ritidian firing range thing, I don't support that. Like I support like
See me, I
we
went-
need
I
to
went-
preserve what we have. We
I
need to
would-
preserve whatever we have.
Especially as locals on a tiny
it's,
island.
it's important to preserve. It's
Mhm.
important to conserve, but it's important to evolve and grow too.
This is true.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Right.
stuff like that is
Yeah.
almost salmon. And like he said, it's not the people here that are deployed here, stationed here, that do that. It's
Yeah,
literally
it's
like
the higher
it
ups
goes
The
up to
higher
for
ups.
them, but
federal,
because
you know?
because they can't get to those people higher up, they're taking their anger out on the fucking the people that go out, the
That
people that are just into
representative
people
of
that
it,
are at
right?
the
Yeah.
mall.
trying to have a good time. Right?
Yeah.
Not even doing anything wrong.
Like they're
Granted, there are some though that are belligerent.
oh
you know
no,
what I mean?
that I'm not saying there isn't.
Yeah,
'cause
yeah,
I know
yeah.
those people.
Yeah.
I know all
That's
of
just
I,
like
I know them
anywhere
by
as well.
first name basis.
Yeah.
I know
It's
who
just
they
like
are.
anywhere in the world.
It's just like anywhere in the world.
That's
This is
gonna
true.
happen, you know.
But it's just here.
matter
it's,
who or
it's
where.
because it's so small. You hear about it.
True that, and they feel like they're on some sort of vacation. Like they worked all day, they're stationed here. They don't know
Yeah.
anyone. They're
Yeah.
they're fellow soldiers or airmen or Navy.
They just want to
seamen.
take a
It's like,
load
you know
up.
what? I want to go out and get trashed with you guys. And
Yeah.
they go out and then it's like,
Yeah,
oh, man, I don't know anyone here. I don't give a. I'm gonna punch this dude in the face. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
It's
see,
a
that-
double-edged, just like everything's a double-edged.
Like
sword,
it's
right?
fucked up because I know people that have done that,
Mhm.
and I cut them off right away because
Maybe integration in another way is probably would be beneficial for sort of everybody to live. in
Yeah.
And a way
Yeah.
to connect that is music, because like just this PNB rock show, the people that opened up were military.
Like Mike
They were
Ramsey.
Mike
awesome
Ramsey,
dudes, dude. Like
Ladarius,
they love
Puma.
the sound that we have on Guam, like the kind of original sound. You know, it doesn't
Yeah.
sound on anything like they make or anything they came from, anything like where they came from.
Yeah.
But they show love. They're super good people,
Yeah.
dude. Like they're good artists. They're like
Like
let's go
before,
collab, let's make a
before
song.
I knew they did music, I was hanging out with all of them like
Yeah, music can
weekend to
connect us
weekend.
all, dude.
Like
Yeah.
those are my boys, and then I found out they did music, and then we all ended up opening up together. So like I have a lot of military people, so it's like I really feel because I was a military child, so I knew what it was like when people hated the military, and I don't have anything to do with it. I'm just there.
Yeah.
Like I had people that didn't like me just because I was a military child. They're like, "Oh, you're spoiled." I'm like, "Fuck you, dude. I live in like a 2-bedroom house with my 2 sisters,
And I move
sleep
every
in the
2 years,
basement."
right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
mine
and-
has a E4.
And not to move.
Yeah, my fucking my
After this
stepmom's
conversation, I have to move.
Gotta come out.
like she just got deployed. My dad's depressed because she's not around, and
Real
he's
soon.
just moping around the house. And I'm like, fuck, I'm just stuck in the basement. Like I don't even want to be here. That's
and I
why
gotta deal with your shit as
Yeah,
well.
I gotta deal with your I gotta deal with your bullshit first of all.
to give me shit?
Yeah, I'm like, dude, I'm
being
just
this?
here. I don't want no problems. But that's it. That's why I feel for them so much, because locals just have this negative stigma.
But yeah,
there's
that's
so
a great
many
way.
great people.
That's a great way to like the integration. Like I feel like music, concerts,
Brings
club
everything
itself.
together, bro.
Yeah.
Brings
It's one of the
everything
main
together.
things that brings people together.
Before
Like, cause
anything
music
else,
is a
right? Like,
music is
what
a
else?
universal language. You know what I mean? Like you hear a melody, you hear a song, and it's like even if it's in a different language, you can still vibe through the melody.
Familiar.
You
Yeah.
feel me?
Familiar
Like
with
that's
it.
Like when
Yeah.
you what's
Oh,
that
it's
one
Tal in the
Cardi B
building.
song?
Yo.
Hey,
Big
it's
shout out to
Crooks.
Tal.
Yeah,
That
we-
boy Crooks.
Speak of the devil.
the devil,
The homie Tal.
the boatman.
We talked about you
Oh.
for a good 10 minutes.
The homie Tal, the producer of Velocity.
Well,
Yeah, I can't move that far.
No, but yeah, man.
Oh, you know what also doesn't help that stigma is that the way that military dudes party is different than the way people.
Oh,
like I
yeah.
was saying, they feel like they're on vacation in some sort.
No, not even that. Like you can tell the difference of when a group of military dudes are listening to music and vibing to music and locals.
yeah, because
And then there's always the some locals that vibe the way they do, because
Yeah,
the way that
that's
military dudes go, they go pretty hard. Like, they're jumping around, like they're having a
Right.
great ass fucking time. But locals,
stand
like-
to the side.
yeah, they stand to the side, and then when they get bumped because they're having a good time,
Yeah.
they start getting mad. Like, that's not my problem. You're not having a good time.
Right.
You just want to
Yeah, you
stand there,
can't
but
stand
we're
on
just,
the dance
and
floor.
don't stand on the dance
floor
floor
and
if you're not
expect to
gonna
get-
fucking if you're not like don't expect to not
Not to-
get
not
bumped if
expect to
they're all
mosh.
if everyone's dancing.
Right, right.
And everyone's like, "Oh, fuck, you're bumping into me!" Like, dude,
Yeah.
everyone's bumping into each
You
other.
know what? I would say though, there are locals that go out, stand on the dance floor with their shoulders out, elbows out, and it's just like, dude, I wish someone would.
See, I don't get that. I don't get that.
Exactly.
It's like
You stepped on my shoes.
dude, you stepped on
Gotta
my
put
foot.
Sorry to put
Like,
that shit
like, damn, I get mad when people step on my shoes too. But it's like I'm on the dance floor, so it's like, what am I gonna do?
Yeah, I
Fight
stepped
someone
on- I
because
stepped
I'm
on-
on the dance floor and I'm
I
jumping around
Yeah,
too?
I dance
didn't
and I
know
step
you
on
set the
people's
boundaries.
shoes. I
Yeah.
understand. Yeah,
It's
like,
different if like I'm just on the side and
No,
then,
but-
like someone just steps on my shoes, looks at me, then looks away.
Yeah, I want to
I'm
say
like, that's
something
what we
about
have.
that. It's
yeah, like
That's what
do you
I've
think?
noticed about the music community with the rock community.
Oh,
with the
dude,
rock
hell
community,
yeah.
those guys stand inches from the stage
And it's
from their friends
vibe.
fucking jamming.
Yeah.
When I watch you guys perform, I've never seen you perform. When I watch you guys perform, same thing.
Yeah.
It's your friends fucking standing inches from the stage, like
And yeah.
Supporting.
Yeah.
fucking video,
His music,
fucking
man.
screaming and shit.
yeah.
The
Getting
music
drunk
is
and
just
Yeah.
brings everyone together, man.
Yeah, and I think that's the most important thing. That's the most important thing in what's building the community.
Yeah.
Is people
For sure.
supporting it, right? It's never gonna be as big as we want it to,
Unless we
Right.
support it.
and
you
that's
know?
why I mentioned like the collaboration with different genres. Why
Yeah.
don't you?
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, Guam Live tried to do it back in the day,
Yeah.
but now when you have a collective, what if you have like a sort of a small festival where it's rock over here, it's hip hop over here, and
You know
they're
what?
sort of
That's
playing-
kind of
I
like
feel
All
like
Black.
it was kind of like all black.
tried to
Okay.
do
Yeah.
that with Ocus
Yeah,
Point.
because they
They're
had,
like
they
rock.
had the John
Yeah,
Dank show.
Ocus Point.
John Dank show
Hard.
on after
DJ
us.
Silent,
Free.
Yeah.
ended it out.
Okay.
So it was like
Ocus
rock,
Point. I fucking
hip-hop,
love Ocus
reggae
Point,
kind
dude.
of.
Yeah,
I watch
Ocus Point
Ocus
is the
Point.
wild
Jonah.
card of
Ocus-
like
Ocus Point is
they're
my
like they're
favorite.
tight, bro.
Ocus Point's my favorite local act.
I
And
watched
it's
them.
just because their fucking energy, bro. Like even
Yeah, the
even their
energy.
their crew goes hard all the
squad,
time.
yeah, their
but it's
supporters
not
are
even
awesome.
just for. It's not even just for them. If like I think the Ocus Point left early because they went to what was it, Moistland?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
That- it was
actually
the
the same
same
night
night.
as All Black.
Yeah, I heard that show was fucking
Yeah,
crazy.
so I was at Moistland and they played at like 2:45 in the morning.
wow.
Yeah, because they left. They
Bro.
had to pack up all their shit
Dude.
and they
And
went straight
they
over.
were still jamming hard. Hard, bro. This guy was wearing soccer shorts, dude.
Yeah,
No
dude.
shirt,
Jonah, right?
just soccer shorts,
Yeah.
dude.
I loved
And
it.
He had
was
his shirt off
fucking
too at the.
Keep chopping, fuck. I was like,
Green
Yeah,
hair.
dude. Yeah.
Holy shit,
Like
what
their
is going
entire
on,
crew
bro?
goes hard. Like
Hard,
even if
bro.
they're
Every
not the
single
ones
one of them,
playing,
dude.
they're front row going crazy, and that's the reason I like them so much is because they give so much energy and it feeds everyone else around.
Yeah,
them.
shout out
Yeah.
to those guys, man.
Dude,
Super
yeah.
talented
Shout out
bunch
to
of
Ocus
dudes,
Point,
bro.
man.
Yeah,
Energy,
see you
bro.
guys. See you guys on Saturday.
And for me, anytime you play live and you're stagnant and you're not
You're
moving
just like-
and there's no expression, it
And that's
there's no
drags
use.
on.
And you can sort of tell
Can gauge
the
it, man.
musicians here on Guam that perform that's been doing it for
for so long.
the same act for so long.
Yeah.
that it's kind of just like
it's just like
you know,
Oh,
or playing guitar, whatever it may be, right?
yeah, yeah.
And or yeah, whatever kind of musician you are, you can sort of tell. But when you sort of bring that energy every single
And,
time,
you know, it's
and
crazy.
they played 2 gigs that night, right?
Yeah.
they
They
played
did.
All Black and then
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just to have that everlasting energy. You're just going and
That's like
going.
passion, man. That's
are they
all
younger?
passion.
Are they younger guys?
Uh,
They're
one-
around Oni's age.
Yeah.
Okay, okay,
Because one of them's my cousin.
One of them's my age.
Ocus?
okay.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Ocus Point.
Yeah.
Ocus Point. Big shout out Aaron Tidinko. We out here, the guitarist, one of the guitarists. But yeah,
I love those guys.
and-
You know, it was one of the opening acts at PNB that I was really impressed
It
with.
was- it was-
Ladarius.
yeah, Ladarius was tight, man.
Ladarius is he's that dude's a performer.
Mike Ramsey with
Mike Ramsey
Rolly,
got
rolly.
the bangers, bro.
My Rolly
Rolly.
Rolly.
My Rolly,
My homie
Rolly.
homies. My homie homies.
So it's cool, man. Like we got to
It's fun.
chop it up after and at sound check, and yeah, man, it's really cool to meet new people.
Yeah.
He just wants all the love.
It's attention.
But yeah, so but that was the key thing I kept telling Trips, Oni, Jonah Hanum when before we perform at the All Black. Is like energy, guys, just fucking go in
Yeah.
there with energy.
I think one
energy.
of the things that stuck with me, even though I've been performing for a long time because of like choir and then like band and whatnot, like marching band.
Yeah.
It's like when you're on stage, people don't really give a fuck about the music. They want to see what you're gonna do.
Yeah, real.
You're an
It's just
actor.
about
You're an actor.
at the end of the day, like you're an actor.
show.
You have it's a stage. You're on a stage. It's a show. You know what I mean?
Almost
It's just
scripted
showmanship
completely.
and who you are, how you portray yourself. People. Let's be real. People are there to get drunk, but here are the local acts that we're gonna support anyways,
Yeah.
because we need some live music. So if you can put on a show for them and give them a reason to vibe and capitalize on that idea,
Yeah.
it's like, dude, by all means, fuck yeah, take advantage of that. Give
Yeah.
give the utmost energy. You know what I mean? And anything you do, if you're passionate about it, go fucking do it.
Like
you know?
I'd be lying if I said I knew that people were gonna fuck with my sound.
Oh yeah.
I don't think anyone was going to, because I don't know anyone. I don't know anyone on island that's making that kind of sound.
Yeah.
I don't know anyone on island that listens to it like religiously. But then I didn't. After the PNB Rock concert, I didn't put into it.
I feel like
There was
Guam's
the
in the
younger
state
generation.
where it's like in any form of art, it's appreciated. It's like as long as you're an artist and as long as your
Yeah.
intentions are good and as long as your heart is there, people will fuck with it. You know, real recognize real. You
See,
know. what I'm saying?
I wasn't thinking like that. I was
Yeah.
like, man, because my sound's different. It's so like.
and also you got
in
all
your
the smoke and
face.
you also got all the
You
smoke on
always got
Twitter.
out of smoke. That's why.
Oh yeah, like, I just got into this debate with fucking Chris Barnett.
Oh, here we go.
yeah,
guys
that shit
like-
was mad funny.
All right, so what happened with Chris Barnett? So there was something what I saw was, this is funny because you tweeted randomly, we were chopping it up, talking about back in the day. We talked about like OG music, right?
Yeah.
So it was like OG music, and then like how there wasn't really like a platform. It was a lot underground. There wasn't really like anything
Yeah.
more than
So
radio
it was
plays,
like like 2 days ago I tweeted.
2 days
Like
ago, yeah.
you know, there was no. I wasn't saying anything disrespectful to the OGs.
Yeah.
But it was
did you
like
say again?
it was the first part of it was like a lot of the OGs are getting mad because they're like, oh yeah, you know, how come we're not getting the respect we deserve? But they ditched the scene without giving us anything,
Yeah,
anything to work off of. They just dipped.
So that
They're
was
like,
2
all
days
right,
ago.
bye. That was like 2 days ago, and then,
And then-
Yeah.
right after that, I was like, the only reason their name still gets brought up is because Barnett doesn't shut up about it.
And then he literally,
Oh,
so Barnett
strong
obviously,
words.
Barnett saw the subtweet.
Yeah.
He saw the
Barnett
subtweet.
Barnett saw it and he was like,
He listened to the mixtape today because he tweeted to Jed. He's like, yo, that mixtape's
Man,
fire.
I don't know about you. I love Chris. That's
no,
what-
I do too. I do too, but
all love.
it's
I love
not like
that
anything
guy.
I said was a lie.
Yeah,
It's a
no.
story, though.
You know, there's always truth behind everything
two
said,
story-
and
yeah,
there's
there's
always
two
two sides to
the
every story. And
Like what
From a-
he said, he was like,
Then he subtweeted
how do you
him.
have like 1.5 songs out and
Yeah.
you're saying so, or like I have it on my phone.
He
It's
said
like something-
1.2. How do you have 1.2 songs out and not? But he didn't tag him. He subtweeted.
Yeah,
He's like, how do you
but
have
I put
1.2?
his name. I put his name.
And then,
You know,
and
I
then
mean-
he said, like he responded a whole.
you know
paragraph.
what?
Yeah,
That's
he was
why-
like, and then something, or how are you gonna say, or how are you not gonna give respect to the OGs that paved the way? I was like, where are they?
And then he goes, "Where are you?" You know, Chris Barnett.
Yeah, he was like, where are you? I was like, I'm working, I'm actively doing something for the scene. It's
And
no
then-
just
You know
like
what?
I shouted out the OGs, but like
And then he got
it's
boboyed. And then he
it's
said,
us.
"I
Yeah,
a
then he was like,
boy.
I a day boy.
I a day
Shut up.
boy."
You know, okay.
I was like,
End of
okay.
story.
All right.
We love you, Chris.
Like, I love Chris Barnett. I love
That's
that dude.
true.
But it was
No.
just, it was really funny. I
I
thought
love
it
Chris.
was all
man.
fun.
It
Long
was
story
just
short.
PR.
Long story short. PR is PR, right? But
We had to promote the podcast somehow.
social media will always be social media.
Right,
and
right,
you should
right.
never
I agree.
take it.
I agree.
You should never take it too seriously. But you know,
Yeah.
I feel like the people who do understand it wholeheartedly and understand its its capacity.
There was a
and-
passion behind with the tweet, though. He
Yeah,
did
there
mean
was.
what he
There
said
was.
at both
Yeah,
sides.
yeah, but it's
So
not
there
like I'm
was
mad
meaning
about
to
it. Like I have mad respect for that dude. That dude's been in the game
You're
for
just
like so
stating your
long.
opinion, basically.
Yeah.
You know, stating your opinion. Like,
It's like I'd be
he
fucking
could
silly
correct
if
you
I
if
was.
you had a correction. You know, if there was
Yeah.
a fact to correct it, you could say, "Oh no, hold on.
Yeah.
There's this." You know.
Yeah, but not to discredit the OGs that came before
Yeah,
us.
not at
Yeah,
all.
not
but
at all, not
but
at all.
more
No.
so, it's like we wish that there was a platform that
Yeah.
we could have
It wouldn't be so hard.
leaped up.
Fucking monkey swinged off.
Yeah.
Yeah, because one of the things I mentioned was like
Like for John Day.
that he was like, oh, the scene's not dead. The scene was never dead.
That's what he said. That's what he.
yeah.
responded
He
to
said the
first.
scene was never dead. I was like, I've been gone for 2-3 years. There was nothing.
Yeah.
I mean, even
All I
more
saw
than
was
that.
those Guam time ciphers. But other than that, what was there? You would have MCs go to open mics that no one gave a fuck about.
Tomorrow Superman, bro. What
Oh,
you talking about?
tomorrow
Oh,
Superman, dude, that music video was
I
tight.
haven't heard that.
Dude,
Yeah,
I forgot about that.
the guy with the
Wrong,
one eye.
Oni.
Fuck.
Tomorrow Superman.
Hold on,
You're
hold on,
wrong.
let me say sorry real quick.
You're wrong.
But media will always be media. Social
Yeah.
media will always be social media. At
Twitter
the end of the
is
day,
like- I
Twitter.
don't
No,
know.
there's the thing. I had this whole controversy with like Pia Mia. You know what I mean? But it's
Oh,
like,
Did you see that? Yeah, MIA. The MIA.
How do you get
Oh,
him?
You want to
man.
tell the story?
How do you get him Twitter beef?
Can you?
you know,
With a superstar.
Now that's
You know-
something, right?
No,
The
no,
diva
no,
came
no,
out of her shell.
Yo,
and was like,
we
delete
can
that
talk-
now.
The hell no, hell no.
we can go on and on about that topic.
I think we
But
went.
the thing is, long story short, I said what I said. I'm an advocate of Guam
What
hip
did you
hop. I'm an
say,
advocate of
then?
Guam artistry.
It was
there was a trend going on. It's like Guam has this,
Yeah,
Guam
so
has that.
I got
I
And then
remember it,
someone-
friend on
I remember
Twitter
it.
popping where it was like Guam has Matala, Guam has JED, Guam has Trips.
Oh, yeah.
And then
Guam
someone
has
put Guam has
tomfoolery.
Pia Mia, and then I
Yeah.
quoted it and I put had with an
Had
asterisk.
Pia.
That's all I
Yeah.
did. Like in literal terms, we had her. She's not
Yeah.
physically
You dropped-
here. She is not here.
Like there were so
You
many
know,
people
like-
mad I didn't put Meta. I didn't put Rome.
but at the
But I was like, we don't have them.
But you're totally right.
But the point is-
because now you can actually make music here. Look at 4-Piece Band.
yeah,
They're a
they
nation-
just
they're-
dropped an
they're-
album that was
they're-
fucking fire.
They're a national
ready,
touring
bro.
band,
Yeah.
and they're doing it all.
Yeah, and
from
that goes
here,
back
right?
to like DUB.
But-
It goes back as far as those.
but
two,
also-
yeah.
You can't discredit her.
You
for
can't
what
discredit.
she's done.
You really
we
can't.
weren't doing that though. It was just a fact because the people
kind of
I
a
was
joke to
naming,
even
like
start.
I even missed like Oka's point. I put the John Dank show in there. I was putting people that we have that are still here that are active in the scene.
Yeah.
I didn't put anyone that's still here and not active either.
Right,
Kinda
right.
bitched, you know. the
Honestly,
same
Yeah, and
thing
people were
that
getting
she
all
is
bitchy
now.
because
You know what?
I did the PME thing too, and people were pissed. I was like, wow,
You know,
people are still mad about
okay,
this.
right?
Jed made a song. Though,
There
right?
was, you
No,
know,
we planned it.
we planned it, but I was like, you know what, it's not
Oh,
worth
I
it. But
never
you know, at the end of the day,
released.
right? I saw that,
heard
right?
it.
I had a lot of people had reactions, and I was like, all right, this is cool, right? Got a like 100, almost like 600 favorites and retweets before I deleted it. You know what I'm saying? But you know,
Fire.
for some odd reason, or not even an odd reason, it got to Pia, and then she replied, you know, obviously, like she tried to do a clapback, like
Yeah, she was
right.
like,
She did.
Guam
she was
always
like,
has me.
Like Guam always has me. Get your shit together.
When
And
was
I was
the-
like, wow, that's pretty provocative.
When
for,
was the last time you
for
were here? And what
a
did you
fellow?
do?
Wait, oh shit, time out. But
Get your
that's
shit
pretty. That's pretty.
That's what Twitter beat
That's pretty.
does.
That's pretty negative for someone who's actually trying to pursue music. You feel me? That's trying to be in the same route as you are, and here you are belittling someone who's trying to pursue that.
Right,
But you know,
right.
I could have been just like, whatever, just Twitter, right? I'm not gonna take it too seriously. But in my mind, I was like, you know what? This is an opportunity to capitalize on that idea and speak for what I stand for, because there's a lot of there's a lot of things that I stand for, and there's one thing that I stand for, and that is the hip hop scene, that is the art scene, that is the community. And if we have someone who's out there making stuff, it's like they're making it so. How am I gonna put this? They have all the resources and all the means to
You
help
could-
people out
There's
here.
something
You
as
can
simple.
put it easy as this.
A retweet is so simple.
Yeah.
How many artists has she collabed with? Here from
And
Guam?
I don't
J
want her,
Boog.
and I don't want
No, from
her
Guam,
to I don't
from
want
Guam.
her to
That's
feel
facts. No, she didn't
I don't want her to
collab
I don't
with
want her to feel entitled.
She
You know, I don't
remixed
want her to
the
feel
song.
like she has to give a handout. You know what I'm saying? Because
Exactly.
you do
Yeah.
have to get it on your own, and
Should be
that's
genuine.
exactly what I'm trying to do.
Yeah, we respect that hustle, but it's just acknowledgement is cool. Like if you retweet, like when
It's
we
free.
post something,
It's free for a retweet.
It's free.
Retweet.
A
Really, like-
retweet is free.
A
You
genuine
can-
retweet though, not like I have to DM you and
There's
like,
more.
yo, here
Like
you
you're an
go.
art, check this out. You're an artist.
It's like
check
just
this out.
acknowledge
You're
we're
an
here
artist.
because
Can
we're
you
from
just
the same
send me
place.
a
You are-
retweet royalty fee?
You are you
you
are
you're an artist on Guam.
You're an
Yeah.
artist on Guam. She's an artist who
struggle.
bases from Guam.
Right.
It takes more to represent your island either than coming, taking your selfie, getting back on the plane and
Getting-
split. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the
performing here
day,
for
you're an
tens
artist
of
and you
racks.
represent a bigger community out here. You know, that's thriving over here.
Right.
The least and you got all this money coming in. Granted, I don't know anything what goes on in the financial side and marketing,
the
PR and all that other shit. But
management.
at the end of the day, she can do so much with her platform and what she's earning and
Or with her
name
influence,
With
right.
her
Yeah, she
influence, she
doesn't
can do
have to
so
do
much for the
anything
island.
for this
You know what? She can do so much for the island. Maybe a 30-minute charity event can raise so much money for like a lot of other shit and fun artistry, fun
Yeah.
Guam cancer
Yeah,
care,
she
fun
could-
all this
There was
stuff.
a
But
point in
yeah-
time where they were gonna take arts out of the schools here.
but you know what? At the end of the day, like I feel like people have their certain opinions on it, but me, I really don't care. It's more of just a tweet that
Like,
sort of just.
Triggered. We got Jed
Yeah.
pumped out.
Oh, like
Jed's
correct me if I'm wrong.
pumping out here, bro. His
Yo,
like veins coming
yo.
out his neck. He's like,
If there's one thing, chill this whole podcast, yo. But if there's one thing,
listen up to
if
this.
there's fucking one thing that I want to represent,
Straight up.
it's basing out of Guam and showing people that you can do this shit. You know what I'm
Exactly.
saying?
That's
Just
the main-
inspiring
I mean,
people.
dude,
you know?
even for me with the podcast, I can do this anywhere.
You can do this anywhere. You choose to do it in
But I
paradise,
choose
bro.
to do it here because it matters more to me to do it here
Exactly.
than it is to anywhere else. Whether I
Facts.
get big or not,
Yeah.
you know, it's still the enjoyment that, dude, we're creating the personality of what Guam has become.
And this is true. This is
That's awesome.
we're no,
facts.
we're no longer creating books or music or fucking anything that has to do with the time before us.
Exactly. And you know
now,
what?
now we're sort of looking forward as to what we
all
believe
BuzzFeed
that
forward.
Guam could
Yeah.
be.
Yeah.
Dude, have you guys seen what people are painting out there?
It's fucking gnarly,
What
bro.
people are
That's super
drawing,
underrated,
Dude.
you know,
honestly.
and what people are fucking doing just creative wise, bro.
Yeah.
Right.
There's that one mural that got painted over at Coffee Slut.
Yeah.
Super.
Oh,
sick.
the Luna, the moon.
Yeah, was that the one?
I think there was a
Dude,
moon.
yeah, there's this sick mural that was painted on the side of Coffee Slut. That blank wall, super sick. You know, it was fucking beautiful, right?
Yeah.
And then one day, it was painted over.
Oh man.
No, nothing
Is
said.
there any background? No, right?
No one said anything.
But man, back to that whole Pimia thing though. Like,
Oh, okay. No, yeah. I was gonna say
let
something.
me- let
Okay,
me-
go ahead, go for it.
I tried to pull you right out of it. But
Let me-
before
do your
I
thing.
go into it.
Do your
let me
thing.
say my key
Yeah.
because you know
Sure,
this
sure,
is a really big platform at Master Random.
Yeah.
And I hope this gets to you because
Hey,
you
hey.
blocked me on Twitter.
But if it gets to her,
blocked him
that means maybe she'll mention it, and I don't.
And, you know,
whatever
yo,
happens.
Right?
Yo.
She'll post Master Random on his
At the
story.
end-
Have you
Yo.
listened to this godforsaken podcast.
Simple as
Gotta
that.
make sure you listen to it all the way through because
Real
they talk
shit.
about
Yo,
me.
I really wish I did a
You listen to
podcast
this
after.
cheap-ass podcast?
I really wish I did the podcast like fresh out of that. But you know, at the end of the day, Twitter, I said what I said. Do I regret it? No.
Right.
It's more. It was a thought. It was an honest thought that for some reason it
think it was
got to
gonna get
her.
that far,
And then she reacted that certain way. But do I want to take back what I said? No. At the end of the day, dude, this is what I represent, and this is who I want to represent.
Right,
Artistry.
right.
You know what I'm saying? And it's like, there's so much you can do. There's so much that you could have done, but at the end of the day, I did my part. If you do something for Guam, I did my part.
You can say, yeah, you
and
tried.
if you didn't do anything, I did my part. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
it's just like that. It's that's the reality of it. But
Because
Yeah, we see you.
you know, but not
straight
to,
up in here, baby girl.
yo,
You gotta post that picture again with
not to not to discredit everything she's done for,
Honestly,
for Guam.
honestly,
man.
she's
He's
made
blocked by a
it
famous
bigger than anyone has
She's
ever
made it bigger than anyone, and I respect her for that. I
Right,
respect her hustle. I respect everything she has done to put Guam on. You know what I'm saying? But you know, like
There's always that but.
there's an asterisk there that
there's always the butt in
This
everything.
has to be a meme. This has to be good.
you know, but Twitter
all
does
good.
Twitter know
Twitter's
how to
Twitter, dude.
Twitter knows how to amplify something. They know how to reach. You know what
Shout
I'm
out
saying?
to the
And
followers,
all I
man.
did was put it on his tweet, and
You know,
it just,
what's fucking
it
funny?
just exploded.
I don't know
you
how Barnett saw my shit. I don't follow him. He don't follow me.
Hey man,
Oh,
where
that's
it goes
Guam, bro.
around, dude.
But anyways,
I'm just like,
fun.
hey,
Yeah.
what's good? Let's get it. I'm back.
I've yet to figure out what Twitter's all about and how it works.
trust me,
Yeah.
It seems like
Once
everybody's
you
seen
figure it
everything
out,
that
you can't
do.
get off.
Once you
Screenshots,
comment,
WhatsApp
once you
groups.
fucking
Yeah.
once you like something,
Oh,
retweet
man.
something,
You
comment
can unlike
something.
it and you still gonna get smoked, man.
Yeah, you'll
Yeah.
still get
Sees
smoked,
that
man.
shit.
You
That's,
can't-
I love
you
that
can't-
shit. I want people to be pissed
Oh
off.
man.
I'm trying to piss everybody
You
off.
can't. You really can't please everyone. Twitter just knows how to amplify. Guam Twitter, bro. It's like one big
That's the
WhatsApp
thing,
group,
bro.
bro. You know
Guam
what I'm
Twitter
saying?
is a
No,
Guam
Guam
Yeah.
Twitter is
It's
wild.
It's
WhatsApp
aggressive.
group, bro.
Well, it sounds like
It's aggressive.
Each and every one of us has had our plate of Twitter beef.
Remember that one point in
With a side
time.
of rice.
Red rice.
Y'all remember that one point in
Macro
time
salad.
before I started like working on music again, or after you dropped PSA and then we were linking up again.
Yeah.
I still think this. I was saying I think I'm the best rapper on island. People,
Yeah, of course.
pissed.
People were pissed, but this
So
guy just
mad.
knows how to use social media. You know what I'm saying? He knows how to get people
That's fucking
heated.
PR. Like, yeah,
It's
you know,
called-
I
it's
think
called
that.
hacking attention.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I
Right.
think that in my head, but why? If I don't think I'm the best, why am I gonna keep working to prove that?
Right.
Yeah, real shit. You know,
Yeah.
check this out. Back in the day, right? I've added PMEs like so many times. You know, like yo, check out. I was like, yo, check out my music, blah blah blah. You know, do I get a reply? Do I get a response? No. You know, it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? She's busy doing her thing.
Right.
But the only time that she chose to reply on something related to her from me was like something she viewed as negative. But it's
Yeah.
it just says
But
had an
something that could have
asterisk.
had a
And you-
positive information, like positive,
And I'm like,
outcome.
should I really like try to back what I say? Because I don't open my mouth a lot, you know what I'm saying? But only
Yeah,
when
see,
I'm
that's-
strong.
that's
on
where I'm
something.
different.
Twitter is always
I-
something where you have to sleep on it. Like,
I would.
That's what you said, right? You said that today.
I'm gonna wait till tomorrow morning and see how
I still feel
about this.
after the drinks go down and I wake up and have breakfast, and maybe I'll feel the same way.
See, that's where me and Jed are different. He wasn't opening his mouth. I was.
Yeah,
I was the one talking.
You react right away.
I was the one reacting.
But it goes to show how much I guess I've grown as an artist. Because if I was just some random person that had like one follower
take
and
a second
no
to react.
no single, right? Or I wasn't even doing anything for the art community, do you think she would have replied? No.
Wait,
You
did
know,
she
if
tag?
that didn't get that many retweets
So-
and favors, and if it didn't get a reaction from the general public of Guam, no,
Did
she
she-
wouldn't have replied. She wouldn't have cared. It's like,
She
oh.
didn't- it
But
was
the
a
fact that
sense-
she acknowledged me and the fact that she knows that I exist, it's a different feeling. You know what I mean? It's
She
it's
quotes
bittersweet. It's a double-edged sword. But it's not
Guarantee
like
That's promo.
Guarantee she's Spotify.
You got like 600 followers.
and,
We got
and,
like
and it works in
200
our
followers.
and it works in like a
No
lot of,
way.
it works in a lot of ways because it's like it'd be embarrassing if like my music was shitty and then she's like, who the fuck is this guy? And then all of a sudden, oh, this is trash. So I shouldn't even. Why do I
You know
even
what?
care?
She quote tweeted you, even though it was a diss. That's still promo, man. So
Right.
you win.
Yeah,
dude.
you got
That's
you got like a
W.
couple hundred
No
followers after that.
Ls.
That shit was funny.
There's no L's in
His
that.
Twitter was popping for like another week.
I don't see any L's in that. She quote tweeted you, and she's famous.
But
See, I like
it's
Twitter
Guam
beef 'cause
Twitter.
it's
It's
funny.
Guam Twitter at its finest. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
she got a little taste of it. That's for sure.
She got
That's
a little
for
taste
sure.
for it.
because we
Back to
finally
LA Twitter.
got to hear
Nobody
like
will know about this.
we finally got to hear from locals that thought the same way.
And you know what? I got a lot lot of feedback from
Because
all the local artists like pursuing
Yeah.
this stuff. Like, yo, man, big ups for that, big ups for this, big ups for that, and it's just like, you know what? It goes to show that real recognize real. You know what I'm saying? Like, there are a lot of artists trying to pursue what they want to do, basing here, because not everyone has the means, not everyone has the funds to.
He's gonna do it.
Not everyone.
I was talking shit
nice
to I was talking shit to a lot of her fans. I
Not
was like,
everyone
yeah,
has
her-
not everyone.
Oh shit! Wait! I don't think we can play this just because
Copyright?
We'll get
Copyright.
Copyright
Yeah.
She's gonna claim.
You could just like cut it.
Yeah, her fans were like, yeah, she's multi-platinum. Yeah, if a song that is already like 10 times platinum, she just remixed it. It's not
Although,
her song.
yo,
They were like, who's J Bug? I'm like, oh.
All right.
Here we go.
You guys are digging deep into her.
All right.
anyway, so
Sorry.
back,
That's my.
so
that's all.
straight
me.
up.
Back to the positivity behind it. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I'll take the negative.
there's
I'll fight everybody.
Oh,
I'll throw
it
hands.
put
At
it,
straight
it
up
put
Oni.
it put the microscope on Guam artistry, Guam music. You know, people basing here trying to pursue this. You got the John Dang Show basing here, making all of this great music. You got
Touring.
4-piece touring, making all this great music. You got a lot of other people like Trips and Oni trying to pursue this hip hop thing. You know what I'm saying? Like, there are so many
Fat
people.
Tofu,
Fat Tofu,
Matala,
Oka's Point.
Fat Tofu.
Oka's Point.
You got so many people trying to make this a living, so many people trying to pursue this, and it's like, you know, you're from Guam. Why not? You know, the least you can do is retweet. It's free. You know, you know, but it is what it is.
Or like even like a
You got
lyric
quote tweeted,
from
though.
one of
You
us.
got quote
Like
tweeted.
a lyric.
I
from
got
quote
quote
tweeted,
tweeted, but for something that was amplified times like a million. But
all her fans
Did it.
were like, I don't like that shit. God.
yeah, I was
All her
like,
fans are like, I don't like the Guam.
I don't-
rap."
they
I don't like
they don't
Guam
like
rappers. I don't like Guam artistry. But
They
you
don't
know
like
what?
me very much either. 'cause
Well,
they
if you don't
realized I
like
was
Guam
right.
artistry, then you don't like PME because she's from Guam. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? You know, it's a double-edged sword. At the end of the day, bro.
I'll be
Anyway.
I'll be the one to open my mouth. You guys
Speaking
can-
of, local artists, people that really paved the way for Guam were Tim Balahaja and Jason J.
Che, we out here.
shit.
Shout out to you
Segue.
guys, man.
Yeah, man, and those guys come from sort of my era. You
Yeah,
know,
like
and
I was in middle
they're,
school.
They're a year
I was
younger
like-
than me, and
They
Really?
paved the way, bro.
yeah, I
baby.
mean,
Jesse Ruby.
As far as like
I think Jason left.
putting music in, right, and developing music and making sort of a hit before things can
And
get
it was
viral.
original too. Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
no,
they
real
were
sh-
the start of
and the quality
virality
was
of Guam.
was
Right,
really great
right,
for
right.
for its time, you know.
Right. I
But, like,
mean, how
Jason
many
left.
people can still hum the tune to Juices, right?
or Rise Up and Forever.
Right, right.
So like, yeah, Tim's still here, man. Tim's been grinding.
No,
this
no,
whole
he's
time,
not here.
Never left. He left.
He left. He's been gone for about
About a year?
over a year. Over a year.
Dang.
I know Jason J left about right after like they kind of blew up and he was trying to go out there. I didn't know Tim left though, but Tim was making like hip hop beats. Tim was like really in the game.
Yeah, see, I don't even know him
Yeah.
like that.
Yeah, I used to see him at Moses
I
all
was-
the time.
I'm mad young.
I'm like 24.
We could
man.
tell.
We can tell.
He's 23.
I told people I'm 23, and we're going with that. Damn it.
I turned 31 in a month, dude. So it's like,
Dude, happy birthday.
Birthday,
wait,
bro.
wait,
Happy birthday.
Wait, when's your birthday?
September 9th.
Oh shit, I'm 7 days after you.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hey.
I'm
Good.
24.
We
What do
coming,
you
I'm
got?
fucking shit up.
What are you, Virgo?
September
Yeah.
babies, dude.
This fucking
Virgo.
retrograde is fucking me up right now. I'm like really deep into my like
Really?
zodiac
Do
and
you,
shit.
do you believe in that?
Yeah.
Yeah, you know, it's
Yeah, why
zodiacs
is
are
it though?
interesting because
Also-
it's like it's art and science mixed together. You feel me?
Yeah,
like
really.
back in the day, there wasn't anything to explain anything, and all you had was the stars. And people back in
Yeah.
the day would look up. It's like, oh, this means that. Blah blah
That's-
blah. And you look at the stars, which is science, and then you try to create something, which is art. So,
So there's no
So
science
what-
to
what-
zodiacs though, is
What it
there?
basically is like,
Like
the,
for the horoscope and,
alignments of the planets.
I don't
and
know.
Star, like the different
Okay,
stars and like the moon and the sun, like all of those different alignments.
Yeah, just pull
are
the mic
what-
closer to you. Yeah.
Those different alignments are what makes you who you are. Pretty much,
Ooh.
they determine like how you're gonna feel.
yeah.
Like,
It's pretty accurate too. Like
Yeah,
when I
like-
see
It
those
is
things
sometimes, and
online,
I trip
they're
out. I'm like,
accurate.
Yeah, sometimes
wow.
I read it.
You
I'm
can
like-
say, you can say.
Yeah, I'm like
One could
well,
argue.
actually, I am kind of like that.
yeah, it's like because
But it
once
could
you
be,
get
it could be sort of a generalization, though, right?
Yeah,
Definitely.
yeah.
And when you
in
read
most,
it too,
in
it
most
really looks
aspects,
like
but
it.
it's like once you get really deep into it, like you find like your sun sign, your rising sign, your fucking moon.
Yeah,
sign.
there's like two
Yeah.
years
Like-
going on that.
like-
Like one time I read my
Yeah.
horoscope, it's like, you suck. It's like, oh,
like
Yeah,
but-
yeah.
alright.
No, I've
But,
the
like,
first
once
time I
you
heard of
get-
the rising sign was
Yeah.
one of my friends. It's like you're born
Yeah,
on
it's
this
the-
day,
It's
but
the day you're born, and you need the exact time because it depends
when the
on
sun was
where
rising or the
where
moon?
the sun was at
right
when you were born.
in what constellation, right?
Yeah. So like mine is
So that's your
Taurus.
rising
some
sign.
science.
So it's
Yeah,
almost
that's
like your
science.
alter ego.
Like I
sort
don't
of.
like I'm not religious, but I believe in the zodiac. Oh, shout out to alter ego.
Shout out to Alter Ego, Ben
Oh,
Shish.
man,
We out
Ben Shish.
here.
He just got back on island. Shout out to
Yeah,
Is it
shout
back?
out.
Was it
Yeah,
today?
he just came back
Just got back from New
today,
York.
yesterday.
No, it
Literally
has to be
today.
today because he was still
Literally
alive.
today.
Okay, today. Maybe he's back.
Texted me.
Shout out to
Okay.
that dude. That dude's
I better hit him up
Alter
soon.
ego, man.
Yeah,
Like,
dude. Damn,
speaking
bro.
of that, you know what's a huge thing on Guam that really blew up is like EDM, dude.
Yeah, big shout out to
Like,
DJ Silent, man,
EDM is, like, a
curating that,
huge
man.
thing
Dude,
on
the
Guam,
fucking
dude.
archbishop, bro.
Yeah.
It's insane, dude. It's an insane style of music.
I still kind of don't like.
Oh, real?
I still
Real,
kinda-
okay. So,
No.
so a year ago, we started this. A year ago, we started EDM nights at CBN, Cowboy Ninja.
Yeah.
And then it wasn't
think
until
that's a
because
good name to
I started
call it.
going when it first started, because I was into EDM. And after like a couple months, we decided we started making jokes. Oh yeah, I'm gonna go to church, and we called it Mass. And then a couple months after that, like Mass started to blow up, and we were like, "Yo, the dude that really started this is Silent."
Yeah.
That's the Archbishop, and we're like his subjects. Like I'm going,
like that.
like I'm going in to like.
you know
repent
with
from
how
my sin.
sensitive
I feel
Guam
like the
is,
Pope-
Oni.
it's like the
Oni.
Pope-
With how culturally
Oni.
sensitive Guam is, Oni. You
No
should have.
clue on the history of the Archbishop here.
Why you?
I know deep into it. But
DJ
they're not
Silent
gonna-
is not the
What are
Archbishop.
they-
He is the.
What are they gonna do?
Reverend.
Tweet at me?
He's the Reverend. Are they gonna tweet at you?
What are they gonna tweet at me? We've been calling him the Archbishop. Of
No,
EDM
no,
for
yeah,
like
yeah.
so
You know,
long.
like,
What are they gonna do?
with how
You know the
culturally
Archbishop.
sensitive
This
Guam
is
is.
EDM Archbishop.
Everyone's gonna give him smoke now. DJ Silent, dude, why you
Good.
teaching?
Why you? Are you that
Give it
self-entitled
to me.
archbishop?
Not literally, but you know.
No, but
In a
that was
general
like
aspect
the
of the
running
word.
joke for like
Right.
forever. We
Yeah,
still
yeah,
call
yeah,
it
it's
Mass.
still Mass.
It's called Mass.
Thursdays, Fridays,
Thursdays.
Thursdays.
Fridays
Thursday
are
nights. Mass.
Aaron.
Shameless
Tom
plug.
Foolery.
Tom
Like,
Foolery.
Latin, what mass is this? It's on Thursday.
No, yeah, because people
The only
people,
masses at paradise.
That's rosary,
people
bro.
used
That's
to
the rosary,
really
dude.
people used to
Is that
really
the-
think
is that
that
the
I was going to
20-minute mass?
church.
Yeah, 30-minute mass. I'm down.
30-minute mass.
Hey, what?
They don't really have the choir, but it's like half of the choir.
Auntie and uncle and the other auntie, auntie's cousin.
And the grandkid that didn't really want to be there, but she's forced.
Yeah, he was
But she
getting,
knows all the
getting
songs.
babysat.
She knows all the songs, so she's there.
She's only there because like the
That-
mom and dad is at work.
Hey, Latin, what mass is this? Is
Like I cannot leave you at the house.
Yeah,
Everyone.
my dad's at Cowboy Ninja.
Yeah, sorry, about,
CBN though.
sorry, son. I needed to repent.
Nah, yeah, man.
I needed to repent to Marshmallow. Sorry.
But yeah, DJ Silent, man, he's spearheading EDM. You know, he's inviting so many new DJs
He's
to
amazing,
Cowboy
man.
Ninja,
He's an
and he's
amazing
just like,
guy.
hey man, you want a place to
We
start?
had
There you go.
we actually
Like,
had one of their good friends from the Philippines, DJ Adrian Cobb, came by a while ago. He's a really cool guy.
hey, yeah.
Supagi's coming back for the end.
Oh,
of
he's coming
summer.
back end of
DJ
summer.
Pogi, DJ
Yeah, you know,
Pogi,
like
we miss you, bro.
the EDM community is really booming, especially with the success of EIF, and you know, like there's a lot of networking opportunities too. To it brings people to paradise, which is Guam, and play music and do your craft
That's
in
definitely
paradise.
the vibe
you know?
that comes with it as well, you know.
Yeah, we got the Philippine DJs, MC Pao and Ace Ramos, and
Ace Ramos.
President's DJ. You know what I'm
Ace
saying? Like,
Ramos is the shit.
you know, they came through, and it's like they love it here. They've been here like 3-4 times already. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? And not even like that's one of them. You know, like it's amazing. You know, like what Guam can offer.
So is this sort of sifting through the underground scene, or is
No, I
it-
think EDM's making its way to like the mainstream, but there's like a confusion.
It's a younger
with the
demographic
whole-
as well.
Yeah, it's a younger
It's a lot younger
demographic.
demographic.
They like the newer like community.
Party, it's like a party scene.
They don't like understand the whole like because they call it plur. They don't
Yeah, plur,
understand
plur,
that whole thing. Plur.
Blur, blur, blur.
Because like it's plur is like a whole community, but they're not used to it. That's why
Have
like
you heard of Fleur?
I've heard of it. I don't
Peace,
know.
love,
I
unity,
guess,
respect.
peace, love, unity, and respect.
Okay,
It's,
okay.
It's this whole like
Acronym.
lifestyle.
is that where you like switch beat?
Yeah, there's
There's
like a whole
another R
process.
where you Ralph.
It's like boom, boom, boom. And then you switch.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh wait,
I've
no.
seen it once. I
Uh,
still don't get it.
it-
But like get how
Peace,
it goes.
Love, unity, or some shit like
So
that.
and then it automatically supposed
shit.
to like
And the
switch,
beat
right?
drop.
No, like
And then the beat drops.
Then you switch the.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
But yeah, like alter ego. So what we're showing you. It's
So
like,
that's where it stems from.
Not from that, but
What is
that's
it?
like
Is it a
the
team?
like one of the
It's
centers
just-
of like the
I see.
EDM.
Yeah, it's a
community.
team
That's
of
what
people.
the EDM community
Like-
lives off of.
I think
'Cause,
Ben
like
is really doing
people at like EDM festivals,
Yeah, with Alter
it's, like,
Ego,
it's all
it's,
love. Like they just fucking love each
Yeah.
other.
No, like with Ben and Alter Ego, like
We're all having our own conversation.
I know. It's like
like yeah.
So all right, welcome to the JED and Trips
Welcome to
podcast.
I'm sorry, boo.
No, it's like
But yeah, alter ego. So it's like our homie Ben.
Welcome to the novice
He's like-
random show.
Novice.
Who's a
He
novice?
headlines like EDM events, but what he does is he gathers all the Guam people. He gathers people from Saipan, then they go
Yeah.
out to all the big.
Yeah, they just came back from Tomorrowland.
Yeah, there's like big
Tomorrowland,
shout outs.
That's like the biggest EDM.
That's the biggest
Europe.
EDM
Europe,
festival
right?
in the world.
In Europe.
world.
It's a great,
Bro,
it's a
that's the
great
biggest
movement, dude. Like you see him with the huge
Shit's
Guam
crazy,
flag.
yeah.
He sneaks it into every festival.
And that's another way
It's
too
in
that
all
you
the
can get.
videos.
And that's another way you can
Yeah,
get awareness
he
on
had
Guam.
like
yeah.
hella like big DJs like shouting out Guam.
Yeah,
he was
man,
like
like,
inviting
it's
them
like,
to
yo.
Guam, and then
Hey,
they were
shout
like,
out to
"Yo, we're
Guam."
down."
Shout out to Guam.
Like they're doing "It's the Ship" in November.
And he does a great thing, dude, because he literally just goes out of his way, gets everyone together. Yo, we'll get a B&B. I got like 2 B&Bs for us. All right, all 10 of us are gonna.
And it's
go.
crazy because it started
I'll
out
get your
really. It
tickets.
started out really small scale. Like I remember when EIF Saipan was there, and then it was like, oh wow, let's
Yeah, they had
have
a big
everybody
group
come
over
through and have a
there.
group. And then EDC Las Vegas, he's been doing that, and he's like, you know what? I love doing this. Why would I make this a living? Fuck,
Dude,
let's
the
do
Awesome
it.
to see,
actually,
dude.
the
Awesome to
last
see.
time he was on the podcast, that's what he mentioned he was gonna do.
Dude, that's
Yeah, it's awesome 'cause
tight.
there's like a group of like 30 to 50 people. They take a picture together all the time.
Guamis,
Yeah.
dog.
All Guamis, all going
Yeah.
raging at the festival.
And look at that
you know?
Guamis,
And
bro.
he puts it all together. You know,
Like
they
I don't,
need a place to stay.
I don't think it was
they need
this
help with the
past
ticket.
EDC, but the one before this one, they had a huge ass group go to EDC.
The one in
Las
Tokyo?
Vegas.
The one
Yeah.
before
No,
Tokyo?
the one this year they all went to Tokyo instead.
Yeah.
Don't let
Yeah.
the segregation on Guam Twitter fool you, dude. Guamis love other Guamis. You know what I'm saying?
Especially in
Yeah.
Surfside, yeah.
Yeah. Guamis love other Guamis.
Don't pay attention to that Twitter beef.
It's
They
just
like
Twitter.
they like me when they see me in person.
I ate Twitter beef for dinner.
We decided to Nancy.
What was the line you said? What was the line
Oh,
you said that you
if you're
tweeted?
looking, I was like when Jed said, "If you're looking for that beef, bitch, grab that plate." I
Yeah,
felt
look
that.
at right at play. PSA. It's on PSA.
Oh man.
Quote it.
I actually had corned beef that day.
Unironically.
I made bacon.
Oh, dude, I love bacon.
I had bacon
man.
this morning. Yeah, thanks for having us.
You guys-
bro.
yeah,
Awesome.
yeah.
I ate
no
so
problem,
much.
dude.
Damn, I want.
Yeah, big shout out to
Sometime,
Master
bro.
Random,
No, I
dog.
want to, dude. Let's
Master
fucking go to
Random.
Moses.
Yeah,
I got
for
work
Moses.
tonight.
Turkey bacon, bro. I
Turkey
don't know.
bacon, man.
I don't know if you guys are
Don't
into
put
it.
that.
Yeah,
that
that's
that's
the
when
real
you get-
mass right there.
Maybe when you guys get to
me
30,
that imposter.
Don't do it. I'm on my keto diet.
maybe when you guys get to 30, you guys will
No, you're-
enjoy the turkey bacon, bro.
The keto
Dude, in your
diet.
keto diet, they
Yeah,
fucking
keto
promote,
diet,
they
bro.
promote bacon, bro.
They do because there's no sugar, no carbs.
Yeah,
Hey,
it's
the
just
turkey
fat.
bacon doesn't even have oil, bro. That's just like sticking
Yeah.
to the pan. You're
And it's
like,
like,
"Ah,
damn,
just fat.
bro,
I
that's
just get
sick,
fat.
bro.
Keep that imposter out of my
I'm gonna
face.
throw butter onto that shit.
I will slap you with that sticky shit.
Yeah.
Give me that bacon oil. I'm gonna pour this on the turkey bacon oil.
That is not bacon fried rice. Not.
Turkey bacon is low and slow.
Oh, yeah,
slow.
low and slow. I like
Low
that.
and
I like
slow.
that.
You
Low
get-
and
Yo,
slow.
if you guys have,
Chef to get
have you guys had Sarah's
You gotta-
karaage chicken?
You gotta put it
No,
in a new
I want
wave.
karagi from Sarah now.
Yo, Sarah's karaage chicken is the
we got the
shit,
Millie Rock over
dog.
here.
Her dad made this cutlet one time. Dude, that shit's
Chicken cutlet.
Now I'm hungry.
Is it better than
Now
Shirley's?
Get some food, bro.
Hey, how long have we been going here?
What time is it?
2 hours.
2 hours.
hour 45.
Holy
Hour
shit.
45? Oh,
Damn.
Shit. I got
That's
work in
easy.
4 hours.
Jesus.
You
Alright.
got the graveyard shift, huh?
Well, if you guys want to keep going, we can.
Yeah, we
I'm
can, bro.
sure.
We
Go
can, bro.
More
What time does
content,
Moses
the
We got
better.
all
Yeah,
night.
part one, part
What
one, part
questions
two.
do you
Moses closes
have?
at 10.
Kitchen closes. No, it's a weekday, I believe 9.
Oh, yeah, it's a 9.
Fuck.
Gee.
The kitchen's closing.
Go
unless
somewhere.
you
I'm
call
allowed
You
to cuss.
better
on
go
here,
and call right now, dude.
Hey,
I've been cussing this
Can
whole
I get-
time and I forgot to ask.
Blue cheese.
you can, bro.
You can.
can.
Cause it's random, you know. What I'm saying?
Honestly,
Oh,
if
yeah.
if we were to bleep out every cuss word that was said tonight,
Yeah, but we
the
don't.
whole
quite
thing
a
will be
bit.
beat.
it'll sound like a DMX sound.
X
on the
gon'
radio.
give it to you.
What? I run. I run this. I run this. Dude.
Trying to think of like how bleeped all of my songs would have to be. It's pretty bad.
So what is the vision for Straight Up?
You know, that's a really good question because Straight Up started very organic. I collaborated with these guys. I had collaboration tracks, and then all of a sudden, you know, we had the All Black thing happening and the PNB Rock show happening after, and I was like, you know what? We might as well fucking all perform together, and we might as well all come together and put on a great set. And then as the prep started to happen, I was like, man, you know what? I have all this content. Why don't I just start Straight Up? You know what I mean? And it's like, the basis for it is a long story, but long story short, it happened very organically. It was supposed to happen 2 years ago, but you know, things happen. You get caught up in life. But I'm really glad that I was able to wait for these two artists. And straight up
Yeah.
music is not just hip hop. There's eventually going to be an acoustic division. There's eventually going to be
Straight up TV.
yeah, straight up TV. There's going to be EDM
I like
stuff.
the idea of that. Yeah, man. I've seen a couple of you guys' promos and
Yeah,
like,
and-
leave
Yeah,
you wanting more.
I was
And
supposed to
it-
drop. I was supposed to drop my
Straight up
video
style.
today, but I was sleeping all day.
And you know, and at the end of the day, it's oh yeah, that's Tal. Big shout out to Tal. Yeah.
Yeah, Crooks. No, we're not allowed to say his real
I mean,
name. Put your
Crux.
shit.
We've been
Put your shit.
It's Crux. It's Crux.
trucks.
Yeah, unzip it. Unzip it. Show them what's up.
Too late, guys. Which one? This one shifted.
Yeah.
All right, cool.
Yeah, but
look
but straight
at
up just started organically. You know, it just started with a bunch of people that love to do music, and it's not just us in straight up music. I mean, y'all have to wait to see who we reveal who's gonna be a part of it next. But Oni and Trips, Crux are the forefront right now. Big shout out to DJ Silent. He's the one that's he may not be
Yeah, he's been
you
really
know,
clutch
he's
on like
busy,
coming
but
through up
Really
top.
silent.
yeah, he's really silent about it. You know, he's a busy guy, but he's just as much as a part of it
Yeah,
as these
it's
guys. Even if
been-
he's a busy guy.
It's been crazy because
His role
he's
is very
like
small.
taking time out of his own schedule to be like, yeah, I'll help you guys out.
Yeah,
Like what?
Sounds
Like
awesome.
yeah, I'll spin all your shit for you.
like yeah, it's
Like
silent.
he doesn't
So-
have to, but it,
So how do you create the show?
This show,
Right?
Like
because every time you perform, it has to hit.
You know what was crazy? So we did. Well, I was like, I tried to time everything right, just like what I do with a lot of my drops. And I was like, you know what? A month from now, the All Black and PNB Rock is happening. We're all performing. Shoot, we'll make a project. We'll get all our collab tracks that we made like a month ago, and we'll just put it all together.
Yeah, I think we did an event at Globe, and it was a promo
Yeah, it was
for
the
it was a
pre-party.
pre-concert for people.
Yeah,
and it
and
was
they were
packed, dude. It was a good event. We all did
Yeah.
one song separately, and then we were like, yo. We gonna do the set together, and then Jed's like, "Let's go to the studio."
Let's go
yeah,
to the
because
studio
right
and then try
after
to build a set.
our set, I went to them. I was like, "Yo, I'm about to leave."
And
He's
then
like,
right
he was like, "You know what? Let's go to the studio right
literally
now."
and then
rode
right
with him.
and then right when we built the set, we were like, you know what? This can be a project.
Yeah.
You know
Yeah,
what?
we spent like
Why
an
don't we
hour.
have an entire project backing? You know, this whole set, and then you know
Yeah.
what? I dropped it on iTunes, Spotify, and you know we just waited from there. And then once the event hit, you know, we had content to perform, which was really cool. So it
Yeah,
it
it was
happened
already,
really
like, people
fast,
were
but
fairly
you know, I
familiar
had the
with it
idea in the
already.
back of my mind like ever since.
Did we record before?
You,
That
no,
event?
this was actually which event?
We recorded Woke
We
before
recorded
before Globe, right?
Yeah, way before Globe. It was like that's why I said
But
like
yeah, as
I
far as
did
putting the
collab.
set together, we
Yeah.
got all our songs, like he was saying, like from a month ago. Basically, like my song was like a year and
Yeah.
a half ago. We just got all our songs. We're like, okay, what's the BPM? What's the vibe? What's
Yeah,
to
like
try
we
to
went through
manipulate it.
like each of our
Are we
like
gonna get the
song
hype?
lists, and then we went through like, okay, this has this kind of mood. Wrote
This
it
is
down.
like this. There's like a certain routine for Guam artists, hip hop artists to perform. They go on stage. Hey, my name is so and so.
This is my
my
social
rap name.
media.
And
DJ Spin That.
you know they rap, but you know I guess people don't usually take the time to put on a show. You
It
know,
has to be a show.
It has to be a show.
I mean, that's what I think about other bands too. Like even
yeah.
like, it's Oka's Point, for
Like a
example.
script. There's a
Yeah.
whole script for the
They
whole thing.
put on a show.
They put on a
I
show,
mean,
dude.
Maybe what about lights for you guys?
Yeah,
right? To where
yeah.
lights come down and you actually have some dude fucking
like
controlling
visuals
the
in the
lights.
back.
Yeah, see, it was
visuals
pretty
in the
dope
back.
because at
I've
the
already
fucking
I
the
know,
PNB Rock concert, like the vibe when I walked out, it was fucking perfect.
Yeah.
I know.
And we went.
To the Hill used to do visuals behind their.
Oh yeah,
sets,
yeah. To
right?
the Hill. Yeah. They're the winner of the Battle of the Bands a while back.
Oh shit.
Yeah, long
Yeah, that's
way back
that's
when. Like
David
Yeah.
Lopez.
maybe
right?
2K14. I like to say 15. I don't know.
Yeah, around
Yeah.
15.
Yeah,
Yeah,
15,
yeah.
14.
Yes.
But it's all going back, just performance. How the stage presence, man.
Honestly,
Man, you
all
know
I-
who puts
okay.
on a really good show?
So
They're
thi-
super fucking young.
Yeah.
Stranded in Paradise.
Oh yeah. They're really good.
Stranded in Paradise.
Never
They're
seen
still
them.
like only 2 of them have graduated high school. They're all still in high school.
Yeah, they're young.
Super
So the future is
fucking
looking
good.
really bright. But back to you. What was the question you're asking about the show?
Yeah.
Like-
where were we at?
The show, like
I mean, like we would.
putting together the show.
So we came out in sequence, like
Okay, yeah.
PNB was
Developing the
different.
show, right?
PNB was different for
So all
both
black,
shows.
like it would be me come out first, and then Jed had the second verse. So once the hook came out, you know, we would do it where it's kind of like a vibe, where I'll come in, start it, he came in, boom, energy comes up more. I literally went on stage, started my first verse, first song of the set. All you hear is, "Where's Jed?"
Let's shit.
They're trolling me, bro. They're trolling me so hard. I was like, you know what? He's coming, okay? Jed, get out here, hurry up.
Hurry up! You should have came out first.
God damn it, Jed.
But
sing
you
lately.
know what?
Sing lately,
I wanted-
Jed. Hurry up.
I wanted to put together a show, like something to just go on and give our hearts out. And you know, we didn't really rehearse. We rehearsed like once.
We rehearsed
Yeah,
that sound
what-
check.
And then
oh no, yeah, we
put
rehearsed the night before sound check.
We put the set together one day, and then we were supposed to meet up like 2 weeks before. This guy had a family emergency, so
Yeah.
we couldn't really rehearse before that. And then we had one sound check, and I was like, "Fuck it, let's do it. Let's just do
Yeah,
it."
no,
we
it
had
was-
to rehearse on our own.
It was that week. It was a Thursday.
And we also brought on like a surprise guest.
Yeah,
We
Jonah
had a
Hanna.
last-
Big
we had a
shout out
last
to Jonah
minute.
Hanna. We
So-
out here.
So Jonah's my
Native.
nephew.
Oh,
Through
yo.
Uncle Jermaine or
Through Jermaine, yeah.
Jermaine?
Jermaine's
Uncle
my first
Maney-
cousin.
Holy cow, that's
Really?
crazy.
wow,
That's tight.
That's insane.
Yeah, so that's where I kind of get my musical
yeah, he's
inclination.
OG.
Is from that side
It
of
was
the
at
family,
Little
dude.
Giants is what they were called.
Right, 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 right.
All of them are so talented, dude.
Yeah,
Oh,
dude, Jonah is like he was really good, man.
Yeah, so we had a
Had
game
an
plan.
all
It's like,
black.
oh man, we want to bring in one more person, a little bit younger, and then so we had a hip hop beat at the end, and it's like, yo, Jonah. We were trying to
It was-
brainstorm who we wanted, and it's like Jonah. Like,
Jonah.
He has fire
Right off the
bars,
bat, he's young,
he's hungry,
hungry,
he has
and
a following.
And if we're gonna be avid enforcers of hip hop, you also got to think about the younger generation. Give them that opportunity. It's not like he needs exposure because dude's popping on Twitter, but
Yeah,
it's
and
like
can
he wants to be
sing, he has his own band.
if he wants to be a hip hop artist, who are we to like shun anyone? Because we don't want to.
Or are we
shun
gonna be
anyone.
like, oh no, because this is just us? Like
Yeah,
that
he's
goes
fresh out of
against
high school.
everything.
like
that
with
we-
straight up like really like. I don't want it to make it seem like no one can be a part of it. Like you can be a part of it if you want. It's more of like
Turning your resume to JED.
no, nothing like
Yeah,
that.
go
It's
find
more
his
just
email on his
establishing
Twitter.
that community. You know how Binary Sunset they have the whole band community. I like to think
a
of
great
straight.
one, yeah.
I like
That's
to
a
think
great
of straight up as in
Right,
the
right. Hey,
same
hey,
in the
what's
same
going on?
realm. I like to think.
Just ditch post.
I like to think of straight up music in that same realm.
Yeah.
Just stronger on the hip hop side because that's what I
Still shout out
specialize
to
in. That's what we
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
specialize in.
Fucking cool guys.
Yeah, big shout out to Jordy. Big shout out to Hana. Everybody.
Yeah. Those guys are doing big things too with at least
Yeah.
like changing music.
They're
right?
they're bringing the community together. Like,
I remember they brought in Tom Fullery one time. I was like, dope.
oh yeah.
He was over there.
So there's a lot of things, like there's a lot of ways to make the hip hop, the band scene, just the art community in general closer together.
Yeah.
You go to GAX, there's not just art, there's live music.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? There's a lot of cool stuff, and there's a lot of things like brands coming up. Obviously the
I
Native,
remember like
Love
the,
Club,
like the
Crown,
first Gax, they
regulars.
just
Big
had,
shouts to the
like,
regulars, Ryan regulars. We out here.
Yeah, I
Shout
just
out
I
to
just got a
Ryan
regular
Records.
shirt and I gotta go
The
pick
new
it up.
one? Which
yeah,
one is it? The
new
Fresh
one.
Prince, or what did you get?
It's the summer.
Dude,
Oh,
they were
that's
really
tight.
nice.
The
Yeah,
cream
those
color.
were nice. The
Yeah,
champion
yeah.
shorts.
Yeah. Ah.
Really good release.
Yeah. It was a good.
Okay, you're gonna go vape?
sir.
Show.
Oh, okay.
They're gonna vape. But yeah, for sure. Like there's a lot of art in general. Like whether it's a street band, whether it be
I was looking at the
paintings,
wrong camera. I was wondering why I couldn't see you. I was like, damn, are you that tall?
whether it be painting, whether it be the band scene, hip hop scene. Like the art community is getting closer and closer and closer. And that's what we need. That's what
Ooh,
we
you know
really
what's
need.
that's how we grow.
The fucking gallery.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
big
art
shouts to the
galleries.
gallery
Yeah,
guys,
didn't they have
man.
a show last night or a couple
No,
nights ago?
Saturday night at
weekend.
Epo Bar. I went over.
Okay.
Yeah,
And
man, I
I've
had
I've been
paintball that
wanting,
night,
I've
man.
been wanting to check that out. It's
They're
all
super
girls,
talented,
right?
bro.
Is
Yeah,
this the
It's
old-
all girls, bro.
Capital GAL.
Right.
Yeah.
And then gallery.
Right.
They're super dope, super
Dude, it
fucking
was-
talented. I love
Where's
those
that
girls.
bar at, anyways?
It's Bank of Guam Harmon,
Yeah.
right next to it.
Okay.
That
Like
same
right across
building.
Harmon Loop
Okay,
Hotel.
Yeah.
But yeah, I know it's a really nice intimate space. But I feel like for the third one, they should really like take it up a notch. you know what
Yeah,
I'm
see,
saying?
but I liked how intimate it was.
It was
super dope.
It was intimate, but they can really still give it that intimate vibe, but make it even bigger. You feel
Yeah,
me?
because I know they
it was
did
pretty packed.
they did one at, or no, it wasn't them. They did Beats and Pieces.
Oh, that was
at
that was
CBN.
really cool. Beats and
That was
Pieces.
super
That was
cool. I
the
just-
regulars and Tom.
I wasn't able to come until like the latter end of it.
You know what's really cool are these sort of themed parties, right?
Oh yeah, man, for real.
Maybe not party, but events
Get-togethers.
that can promote
Trap
different
Door.
artists,
Trapdoor, yeah.
artistries,
yeah,
right?
for whatever is coming out, or it's promo for whatever.
Shout out to Future Movement.
Shout out Future Movement. Shout out
Sound
Hidden
Village.
Sound Village.
I feel like the Native really like spearheaded that.
Native.
Yeah, real like
yeah,
Jared,
yeah.
3 years ago, maybe like he really spearheaded that kind of thing with like just
artists. It's artists in
throwing
general.
events, and it was really good because there were so many people supporting, and that's what really started it. Is like he started to see the numbers, and he's like, I'm gonna do this like every other month, or like something
Yeah.
like that, and then it turned into like kind of a culture we have here. Like
Yeah.
kids have so many places to go out nowadays, you know.
Real. I mean,
Yeah.
after the drinking age went down or went up to 21, that's where I feel like it fluctuated and it went down,
I
and
just
then
graduated that year too.
yeah, and then now it's
And
like,
then
oh, it's back again. There is a scene. You don't necessarily need
Yeah.
to drink. You feel me? Like,
It's crazy because it's like, especially now, it's like so much EDM There's so many EDM events. It's getting tiring. I love EDM. I'm tired of like going to
interesting.
events where it's all fucking EDM. Like, shout out to fucking Future Movement because they're doing Heartwork shows now. They stopped doing Trapdoor.
Oh yeah, that's
And
true.
Heartwork's
that's
the
true.
R&B shows.
Yeah, yeah,
Those are
yeah.
fucking dope.
There's like so many things you can do with the entity of music. It's amazing seeing what the scene comes
Like
up
I want
with
to
next.
Yeah, I mean,
I
the
want to see
quality-
like someone do like a hip hop show where it like
We
that's
tried to do
what
that
it
in
is.
2K16, the assembly, but
See, that's what I'm saying. Like
remember
I
seeing
still
this.
feel like
Yeah.
I still feel like even now if we were to try to do that, the turnout wouldn't be that good.
I
Because
mean,
people like when they go out, they want to hear club bangers, and I'm tired of that shit.
yeah, you know, like it's cool. You know, like club is cool. I mean, I
you
host
said,
effing every Friday. You know
they
what I'm
always
saying?
just
At
wanna
the
go out.
W, but there
Shameless
is
plug.
there. shout out to the W. effing.
Shameful.
But you know, being indulged in that scene, being a part of that scene for like over a year, you know, it gets you crave for something different. You crave for something new.
Saturated,
You
right?
get saturated, and you
Yeah.
feel like same for a different week. You know.
But like you said earlier, you know, people go out for the main part to get drunk, you know, and
Yeah.
dance. Okay, girls go to dance and take
That's-
pictures.
that's
Guys
why-
go to see girls.
That's why we
Guys,
made
see
Balatsu.
girls.
Yeah.
That's why I made Balatsu.
That's why we made Balatsu.
The culture behind that thing.
Yeah.
But I mean, yeah, I mean, the one way to kind of change that is make the good content, you know, have people support it, and then it's like, oh, dude, I love that song. I want to go out and vibe to it, you know,
Yeah.
just like we
Yeah.
do with the artists we love. Like, oh, I want to go to a Chance concert. I love Coloring Book. I can't wait to hear it
Yeah.
live. That's way better live. Like, that's what you always want to sell. is
Yeah,
like
Jared
big
was really the
artists.
one that really, you know, brought the demand, you know what I'm saying? He capitalized on the demand for these mainstream artists, and it was like, you know what?
Kalani.
Yo, you got to bring these artists over. This is what the younger
Yeah.
generation and maybe everyone else wants to see because, you know, as much as older people don't like to say, but they get influenced by younger people, you feel me? And like,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? Like, so they adapt to that, and then it just creates this new culture and newfound appreciation for these artists, you know,
Yeah,
coming out
for
from
sure.
the
The
States.
community grows too as the older
Yeah.
people morph in and the younger people kind of accept them in. It all grows into a bigger community, and that's all we want. Like, Guam is a small island, dude. We need to get together as much as we can.
Yeah, yeah, bro.
Any movement we're doing, like,
It's
so
too small to be like beefing, you know what I'm saying? It's too small to have a be
Yeah.
mamala, too small to have, you know, any sort of conflict. But you know, it does exist. It's hard to miss it sometimes. It's
Yeah,
just
for sure.
Well, because we're so small.
yeah.
5%,
That's it.
right? Yeah.
But you know,
5% of
I don't want of people to be afraid to be real with themselves. You feel me? Like
Right.
expression is
I don't know.
Key.
I feel like, or well, no, not I feel like. I know for a fucking fact. Sometimes I go too far. But
yeah,
I'm
but
not
that's
ever
just
gonna- I'm not
that's
ever-
just
No, but
only
like-
for you though.
Understand,
That's just
Oni.
no,
only-
straight up. Like
I'm kidding.
I'm never gonna
Yeah,
going to
man.
apologize.
Yeah,
'Cause
that's
I
just
mean
only.
everything I say.
Yeah, you don't have to. Yeah, man. That's
Like
straight
if
up
I
shit.
say something and it offends you, I'm not sorry. It's
Hey.
not my problem. It offended you. But it happens a lot. Like there's
Yeah.
a lot of people that don't like me.
Yeah, everyone's
Yeah.
entitled to their own opinion. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They're like,
Yeah,
oh, he's
but
an
nothing wrong with
asshole.
that.
And
Fuck,
I
I
think
don't care.
I think in creating something, if you're worried about how many people like you, you'll never create anything.
That's
You'll
Yeah,
never
bro.
create
That,
nothing.
I,
bro.
I
For real.
preached it after he dropped PSA and the Guam hip hop is dead hashtag was popping.
Yeah.
I preached it. I was like, nobody likes me because everyone's saying I'm cocky and I'm arrogant, but I'm putting out content to prove that I believe I'm the best rapper on this
back
island.
it
What
up, yeah.
what are you guys doing to prove me wrong? Nobody is proving me wrong, and like
It just
I
feeds
will-
the scene, you know. Like
Yeah.
I'm okay. The reason why I started Guam Hip Hop is dead. Not to start any controversy or blah blah blah. Not, like
that was a joke.
at the heart of it all,
Yeah,
it
nobody
was a
even took it the
joke.
wrong
Like,
way.
yo, Guam Hip Hop is dead. Blah blah blah. But it was also an attempt to get people out of their break people out of their shell, break
Yeah.
people out of their comfort zone. Stop closet rapping. You know, you got all these resources. You got Twitter. You got Instagram. You got the means. You got the resources to do it.
Shit, man. I mean, I took a break. I had a kid for like a year, and I was like, yo, I'm gonna take a little break from performing and music and stuff like that. He dropped that. I was like, yo, you know what? got out of my seat.
Yo, I'm gonna whoop that ass.
Got out of my seat.
I'm gonna
and
whoop
I-
that ass.
I said,
But-
yo, Ryan.
You know, like, I had to resort to desperate measures because
Yeah.
it's like I can't be the only one trying to do stuff. I really want a scene here. I want to help
Yeah.
people out, and you know, there's people like Crux who likes to make beats. You know, he needs that exposure. There's people like Oni who want to record stuff and need someone to master
What about
stuff.
what are your thoughts on like Crook?
Oh, big shout out to
Crook.
Crook. You know what I mean? I mean, he gets a lot of flack for some odd reason. Maybe when he initially came here, but
I
you know,
got
he's
I
been
got
doing
mad
a lo-
respect for the dude.
Yeah, he
He's doing
grinding,
great
bro.
things,
He's
bro.
doing great things.
I
He
went to,
actually
I went to
made
high
history.
school with
People just don't like
You
him
went to high
because
school
he's
with him? What school?
FD.
Oh,
He
you
went to
went after-
FD.
Yeah, and I think
What
he
year?
graduated.
See, that's how little we
I-
know about this dude.
I believe
Shit.
he graduated from JFK.
Oh, dude, he has mad like. Okay, so he went to LA. grinded like in the industry, bro. He has like Nipsey Hussle on his album called Island of Thieves.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
it's branded off Guam, dude. Came back right after that, and he tried to make a store here. Like, dude, he's really done a lot for Guam.
Yeah,
He's
but it's
worked with
just
Cole Bennett.
people don't like
as
him
a video
because he
producer.
doesn't act
Yeah.
like people here. He acts like
Yeah,
people out there.
People have their opinion on like his music, or they have their opinion.
Like
on, like,
I
how he
personally,
performs.
I don't like his music, but I like him as a person.
Like man's
He's
a
real.
good, man's
exactly,
a good,
you know?
good dude.
We all have
you
our
know
own
what I'm saying?
styles, but he's a great businessman. You know, he has a great store that like is the only real place to get like the
It's
hype
like
beast,
streetwear.
It's the
hype
only
beast
hype
expensive
beast
stuff.
store.
Like he drops like money to be able to bring that for the kids.
And it's
here,
not like
and
he
for the
goes through a
fashion
middleman.
here.
He goes through fucking stock.
Yeah, man,
Yeah.
so he gets like he's really like unappreciated. I feel like on the island, like for bringing PNB, for like really trying. He brought Fat Joe. Like people give him like flack, like he said, but you know
Yeah.
he's not really
He's
done anything
trying,
negative,
man.
dude.
Yeah.
He's done everything
Yeah.
positive that he can for the community here. He could have stayed in LA and kept doing his thing, but
Yeah.
And then
he
like
wanted
not
to
give
come
a
back
fuck
home.
about
He
it.
wants
But
to
he
give
came
back.
He was like, I want to do something here.
Yeah, man, so
And
mad love to
you.
Kirk,
You
man.
gotta respect him for that. Like,
Yeah, mad love, dude.
Yeah, like I
shout out
feel
to
like
him,
the
bro. And then
general.
especially for hitting us up to put us on that.
Yeah, he didn't have to
Yeah,
put local
he didn't have
acts
to put
there.
local acts, you know. But and I
He
feel
could've
like that
performed.
stigma of who he is, and I guess who he is. It's just it's misinterpreted in a
Granted,
lot
there
of
might not
ways.
be like, I mean, maybe it's just people that we kind of heard from because we hear a lot in the industry or music, but you know, like there is a lot, and I feel like it's not cool, man, because he really has done great. I mean, he makes his music how he wants, and whether we like it or not, you know, he likes his music.
Yeah.
He's done great things, dude. Like Nipsey Hussle, a lot of great names, and no local artist has done that. He, like
Yeah,
you said, dude, he
set
graduated
the bar.
from JFK.
You know what I'm saying?
Right,
So for someone that
I believe so.
graduated,
Don't quote me.
someone that
on
went to
I'm just-
FD for a class or two, at least
Right,
like
right,
a
right.
year, he made a song with Nipsey Hussle, like OGs make
Right.
videos.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah,
great,
not a lot
dude.
of people from Guam can say
And he
that.
still brings, like, he brought Honey Cocaine, he brought Jay Stash.
He brought Jay
tried to
Stash.
bring Clyde Carson. Like, he still grinds.
He
and
brought
tries to
Adrian
do-
Marshall.
He had one of the dudes from the Underwater
See,
Squad
dude,
in
we can't
Korea.
even, we can't
Yeah.
even stop saying names. Like, he's really done a lot, but yet nobody gives him. I mean, they
Cole
say his
Bennett.
clothes are nice, but nobody gives him that credit as an artist, as a businessman. It's always the native did this, but like also
Yeah.
Crook's doing moves too.
Yeah,
man.
so there's-
Underrated.
Mad love,
bro.
dude. Underrated,
Yeah.
underappreciated. I feel like
Oh yeah, they're
no
underappreciated.
one talks about it enough, bro. And,
Yeah.
yeah, that's a good.
Everyone
point.
sort of just shies off because like, oh, but what has he done? You know what I mean? It's like,
Yeah, what
oh,
is
but
his
I have a
song?
bias stores, and you know, like, you know, like,
And it's all ignorant too. It's really an ignorant bias.
He's not posting all his good works. That means that
There you go. That's another way. To
did they
do it,
pick
too.
up trash at Ocas Point or Oka Point? I don't think so.
No, remember people were getting mad at fucking Jared in that.
Like, dude, Jared fucking beautified our island through.
Right, right,
Yeah,
right.
people
Oh,
were,
concert.
people
That's
were like,
dope,
"Oh,
bro.
that's
That's
private
fucking dope.
property.
And
That's
gave-
private property
and
with the
gave free
people that
tickets.
owned
Yeah,
it."
and gave free tickets.
Yeah.
That's hate, bro. Come on.
Did you
key.
see like
Don't
all
even-
the trash that they picked up?
They shouldn't even look at
was
that.
And I was like,
lot,
bro, who
dude.
else was gonna pick it up? I don't want to let.
Yeah, man.
No
People
one's
shouldn't
gonna
give
pick
that
it
a
up,
second
bro.
look. That's just negativity.
Quite
at
that.
its
Right,
best.
right, 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 right.
It's like you could do anything and people are gonna find a negative, like kind of like.
Yeah, everyone's
Negative
entitled to
thing
their own
about it.
opinion. That's the shitty part.
But
But
there-
it's
Right.
cool.
That's
Guam
the
Twitter.
that's Guam
Yeah,
now.
yeah, yeah,
Though.
Guam
Everyone
Twitter.
always has to find something to be mad at.
Guam Twitter. We just started a phrase.
Hashtag
That's
Guam
the theme.
Twitter.
That's the theme of tonight's podcast.
Fucking Guam Twitter,
Yo,
bro.
that
You know
will go
what?
viral, man.
You know what? I'm doing. Fuck it.
Guam Twitter.
Come here,
Fuck it.
motherfuckers.
Guam
Yeah.
Twitter.
Fuck it.
What else?
Show the
Hey, what
cameras.
else? What else is controversial on Guam Twitter that you guys would like to say? Do you guys have any input on that? Like, what else have you seen on Guam Twitter?
All I know is the Laddie Stone, bro. The fucking Laddie Stone. Hey, yo.
Fuck Guam Twitter.
Yeah, this guy really wants all the smoke. Oni,
Wait,
as
I'm
your,
gonna show you.
as your
I'll show you.
PR manager.
As your PR.
I'm my own PR man.
Sarah, get in here and spank him.
There you go. Let's go.
If you're wondering why he did that,
Fucking
hence
hate Guam
the
Twitter.
rest.
Like I have like
This
a.
podcast.
I was gonna say I have a love-hate relationship with Guam Twitter, but I feel like it's more hate.
all hate.
'cause- Yo, mad people hate me. They're like, man, fuck this
No,
guy.
you're looking at the negative. You need to look at the positive. You have a
Oh,
positive
dude, no,
following
my
as
Twitter's been
well.
popping this week.
Yeah,
Like the
same
last
here.
2 weeks, my Twitter's been going crazy.
Yeah, man. Like,
I say
there's
some
always a
stupid shit.
positive side to it. Like,
I think my
It's
last
crazy
tweet that
with
went
social
viral
media.
was like, "You're not a freak unless you have period
Oh.
sex," and that shit popped up. Like, what
I
the
saw.
I think I like that one.
Kai was like oral asterisk. Like,
Yeah.
Oral, like, oh man, taking the next level.
I was like, "Fuck yeah."
Everyone follow Oni on Twitter. Straight up Oni.
Straight up
You're
Oni,
not gonna
straight
want
up
to miss
trips,
these tweets.
Straight up Jed. For only the realest content.
Only the straight up.
Only the straight
It's
up.
either
content.
it's either I'm trying to start shit or I say something real like stupid.
Yeah, let's shout out to Owen. He's like the mouthpiece of straight up. Like he embodies straight up. You know what I'm saying? Like,
The unfiltered mouth.
yeah.
I don't know. I felt like I've always been that way though. Like even in person, I don't. I don't hold any.
And you know, like
we've known
it's,
you as that.
I like Oni because it's like you can never love or hate him. It's it's either one or the other. You know.
Yeah,
you
there's
gotta
no
love the
in
realness
between.
about it.
There's no
Like,
in
you-
between, bro. You either fuck with him or you don't.
You don't like people that are just on the surface.
I
It's
hate
always
that shit,
yes, man.
dude.
You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
you want to be able to talk to people. And
Remember
like,
that one kid that
Is
was
this
trying to
song
like get on
racist or
my
not?
ass, right?
which one? Oh,
Yeah.
The one that I was
military
exposing
guy?
on my it was some kid. I was exposing him on my Instagram.
see
He
that.
was
What
like giving me
Oh
shit
yeah,
in my
yeah, yeah.
DMs.
He DM'd you and he was like, "You're
Yeah,
not doing
he was
shit
like
or something."
he was like, you're not doing shit, blah blah blah. Your music is ass. No one's gonna fuck with you. I was like, oh yeah, what are you doing? He's like, oh, I'm doing this, blah blah blah. You're soft.
and
you don't want to
kissed your
fight.
ass prior to that.
You don't
Yeah.
want to fight. You
No,
don't wanna
because
fight
all right.
me, bro.
Only that's the
Yeah,
tomorrow
because
side.
you-
Honestly, obviously, only tomorrow.
Because he was
Because
talking
fighting
shit
has
about
to do with music.
he was talking shit about Crooks' beats, right? And Crooks and I put out the song with Trips, and then he started kissing our ass and trying to work. And dude's a pretty trash rapper, but I told him straight up, I was like, you have potential. You're pretty good, but you're pretty
You
trash
work
right
on
now.
it, you
yeah,
know?
you
And
just
that's-
work
that's
on it.
criticism. It's
And I told him that, and he
Some
got
sorts.
so pissed
Although
off.
trash is
because I
not
was
the
like,
right word.
no, I was like,
For
well,
youngin'
that
to be told to tell
well,
young. Yeah,
fuck it.
it's straight up though. Yeah.
Yeah, I was like, hey, you know, like right.
you-
I even caps right now. You're trash, but you have a lot of potential. But I don't want to work with you right now because you're fake.
Yeah, and you can't be sensitive in this industry, and if you're sensitive at that constructive criticism, then obviously you should
Yeah.
be- you should
Anything.
be
Like I had
Not
people that
to
told
the
me
wrong
that
way,
I
bro.
wasn't good, and I was like, shoot, let me improve. Shit.
Yeah, there's probably people that say, "Oh, dude, you fucking suck at rapping," and you know what do you do? Are you gonna
Yeah.
react?
Remember
talking
my-
shit,
Who
or
are
are you
they
gonna
in the
react
first
through your
place?
action?
Yeah, remember my first conversation with you?
Yeah.
Well, I didn't know he used to be Snoozix, right? Until he told me, and I was
Oh,
like, oh
no.
shit. I was like, no shit, I remember you.
It's Snooze 9.
Snooze 9.
Snooze 9, yeah, OG.
No, I just remember from our
Random
it is.
knows
Snooze 9.
yeah.
Supposed to be snooze.
No,
9.
but
So he told it. So
we,
he told
we,
it.
we were in his car, right? And I was like, no shit, you were Snoozix. He was like, yeah. I was like, yo, I'm not gonna flex. Like, I thought you were ass.
I don't
Oh,
blame you, bro.
really?
All I did
I
was
didn't know
remix.
that.
All I did was remixes, bro. I don't blame this.
Yeah,
guy.
I was like,
Yellow.
I used to listen to your remixes, and then you did a couple ciphers. I was like, man, I don't want to listen to this dude no more.
Hence
That's
the growth, though.
Hence
You know
the
what I mean?
straight up Oni.
Yeah, now
Like, but it would have been
That's how we
fucked
like
up.
it,
It would have been
that's how we
fucked up
like
if
it,
I
though.
told him I was like,
Like,
oh
bro, I
yeah, I
loved
used
your
to
shit,
fuck,
man.
yeah,
YOLO was my
because
shit.
because he even opened up. He was like, yeah, I didn't like any of my shit either.
Yeah, I didn't, bro. It's-
That would have been fake of me if I was like, oh yeah, I used to fuck with
Yeah,
your shit.
that
Oh,
goes
I didn't
back
like
to
it.
the
Oh yeah, me neither. Who am I to do that? Like,
Yeah.
that's fuck.
It's
That's
fake,
fake as hell.
It's fake
It's
as
always
hell.
Like, I
yeah,
hate people that do that.
Yeah, I'd rather be like upfront and personal and be like,
Yeah.
"Hey, man, I didn't like your shit, but you know, I fuck with you as a person."
Yeah, see,
you
like
know?
I prefer people to come up to me, hey, you know, like I could be cool with someone who doesn't like my music.
Right.
But if
Yeah.
they're like trying to get on me like to a personal level, like, oh, your music sucks and you're a bitch, like, well, hold the
Whoa.
fuck up. Like, we could go outside right
Yeah,
now.
that's hands. See, that's hands.
That's hands. Like, I'll throw hands. I don't care.
Let's see.
But like,
Oni's aggressive.
Oni-Wan Kenobi.
Oni-Wan Kenobi.
I love that shit.
But yeah, there's a lot of things that makes Guam Twitter sensitive, and I can't quite describe. We can't quite describe.
There's
it. It's
no
just,
set thing.
There's
It's
no
just
set
Guam
thing. It's
Twitter
just
is
Guam
so,
Twitter's
like,
cool, bro.
They get so triggered, and then
Dude, people
when
are
they
triggered.
love something-
That's
Yeah, people
exactly
get
what it
triggered,
is.
bro.
when they love
Triggered.
something, they love.
I actually
something.
wrote a poem about it and shit.
That was
but,
dope. People
yeah.
don't
Oh
hesitate,
yeah,
man.
it was in April.
People are
Yeah.
a lot more.
Because I was dropping poems too.
They're a lot more like aggressive and like they don't hesitate when they're on their phone and typing it and it's a tweet.
Yeah.
It's like, oh man, I
'Cause
only
I-
have this many followers.
I
No
remember
one's gonna
I've
say
had
anything.
I've
They
had
have
people
that
that were
idea,
talking to
too.
shit talking shit at me like on social media.
It's like, I'll never
try to
say it.
dap me
Yeah,
up.
yeah.
Like they'll be like, "Yo, what's up?" and be like, "We're not cool."
Yeah, that's
They'd be
why.
like, "Yo, why you
yeah,
acting like
yeah,
that?"
That's the Takashi meme. I was like, stupid, dummy. like you coming up to me and you just like talking.
Like,
shit on
yo,
Twitter
like,
and then you,
like, all
trying to
right.
be
So you're
friends.
gonna try to like belittle my name and then act like my
And after
friend,
the
like, I
show,
don't
come up to us
remember.
and be like, "That was awesome, bro. You did so good." It's like,
Yeah, like I had mad people who were like trying to come up to me and
I
like
did the
shake
same
my hand, and I was
song.
walk away, and then they're like, "Wow, this guy's an asshole." I'm
I
like,
just heard you were talking shit.
I just heard you talking shit, bro.
like you,
I heard.
like you asked me,
I
like
heard.
you asked me to fight, and then you're gonna try and shake my hand. Like that's not. We're not about that.
although we are all about positivity,
Oh yeah, peace,
And
love, unity,
share.
and respect.
No, but really though, like it's just for respect. You know, it should always just be reciprocated. You know.
I feel like as
Yeah.
an artist too, though, even though there are like people can hate as much as they want, they're having their fun trolling and this and that. But
Yeah.
at the end of the day, they could call us bitch, they could say everything's trash. But I mean, I feel like we do have that. Like,
Yeah, see, I know.
personally, I still like show love to no matter what. 'Cause I
Yeah,
mean, like,
it's all love, bro. It's really all
like
love.
you might like me, you know. I don't care if you don't like me or not, but I mean, I love what I'm doing. Hate it or not, at least you listen. You know, you could have walked outside. You could have went and smoked a cigarette. So thank you for listening.
Yeah, you
know
still
what I mean?
sitting
Like,
in here,
any
but we
love,
know
I
the
show some
difference
love,
between
you know?
like someone that
Only's
like
different.
yeah, we know the difference between someone that's like joking around, like saying we're trash, and then someone that's like really
Yeah, like
Like,
someone
bro,
tweeted.
you're fucking ass.
There was this
bro.
dude who tweeted. He was like, I don't know who had these guys open up for PMB at.
oh shit,
but
I got
it
on
was
his
trash.
ass.
We
Oh,
retweeted
man.
it. We like. Jed was like, "Don't say anything.
Don't say anything, bro.
We said something. He
Nah,
deleted the tweet though.
I said something.
I
and
personally
showed
I
know
was
the
like,
dude,
yo,
bro.
let your actions speak for itself.
I love
bro.
Jed, man.
See,
I
but that's
like that.
that's like
always the
it's like
good
really
angel on
hard.
your
It's
shoulder.
really hard for me
You're
to
like
like.
the compromise.
He's
right?
the angel on the shoulder.
You know what? That
Oni's the
compromise
devil.
though. That compromise though.
See,
You know what I'm saying?
you know why? You know why I said
Balance,
something
balance.
and I
Yeah.
didn't hold back? Because Sarah didn't tell me not to.
Oh, see.
Oh, she just walked in from her vape.
I know. I saw her walk in,
Yeah,
so I had to do
great
it.
idea.
No,
But
see,
yeah,
but
but-
it's like it's really hard for me to be like, oh man.
Oni
I
being
can't
himself,
say
quote
anything.
tweeted, said, "Say it to my." You won't say that in person.
Yeah, I was like, have that same energy in person.
Yeah, because like you know.
Because that dude has dapped me up and act super
You know
cool
him
in
too,
person.
then, so-
Yeah.
Are we back on the malfunction thing?
No,
no.
definitely not.
We moved-
No, see,
moved on from
I
that.
like Chris. I don't like this other dude.
And we moved on from PMU.
Yeah.
Now we just brought it back. Jed, go in again.
God. All right.
Go back
Massage
in.
his shoulder. He's ready. He's ready.
I love you, Pia.
I don't.
I know you'll see this somehow. Yeah.
I don't.
Somehow.
Stay over there.
Yeah. Apparently, I don't exist
over
in her
there.
eyes.
Oh yeah, we're getting our shit together.
I'm good.
getting our shit
Getting our shit together.
I'm good. Love. Stay over there. I don't
Oh
need
man,
you.
thank you so much. This is an awesome podcast.
Yeah,
This is really fun.
Thank you guys,
It's a
dude.
great thing you're doing, man.
Y'all still.
It's
Y'all down to go
Where
get
we at? Where we at right now on time?
2 hours. in.
Damn,
It's
that
like
was
20
crazy.
I didn't
No.
even hear the after, but it was if he's
Two-
saying and.
2 hours. Oh,
You guys
want
want
to
to go? You guys want to go get food? I'm fucking.
Yeah,
hungry.
let's go ahead and wrap this up.
Hey.
Promote anything you guys want.
Yeah, I got a like on it already.
You guys go ahead.
Let's go.
You can follow me on Instagram as Straight Up Trips Tanaka, Twitter as Straight Up Trips. Check out our new project on JED Spotify.
Chee, straight up exclamation point volume dot question
question
mark.
mark.
We out here. Just put Jed.
Punctuations, we
Just
use-
put
could-
Jed
you
below.
could-
I need 1 million streams
You
on
can
that.
find any of us on social media. Just look up straight up. and
Just
you'll find
anything
all of
straight
us.
up,
Find all
you'll
of
find it.
us.
You'll find Crux, you'll find Sarah, straight up Sal,
Yeah, straight up
Crux.
SAO,
Yeah.
Sword Art, or
Yeah.
Sarah Art
Little
Online.
Wizard, shout out to-
And
Oh yeah, the Little Wizard.
Little Wizard.
Little Wizard.
Yeah.
big shout out to well, who do you want to shout out to?
Yeah, go for
Oh,
it.
man,
The floor is you guys. Go ahead.
Shout out Mila.
Shout out to fucking Coffee Slut.
Hey.
No, it's like OG sponsor for me.
Big-
Shout out to Tom Fullery, DJ Silent,
Gee.
DJ Samurai for helping us out as well.
Shout out to the
Samurai.
native. Shout out to the native. Shout out
to
Crook.
Native, shout out
Shout out
Crook,
Shorty
shout out
Swimwear.
Dreamstorm, Shorty Swimwear, the
Yeah, shout out
regulars, Long
Dreamstorm, Project
Live.
Inspire. Straight
We've
up
been
music.
repping them too.
Straight up music wouldn't be a thing if it wasn't for Project
Shout out the
Inspire and
regulars,
Dreamstorm.
repping it right now.
Dreamstorm, Project Inspire.
So another thing too, big shout out to the hip hop scene. We out here,
It's
bro.
not dead.
It's not dead. Guam
Shout
hip
out
hop
to
is.
Jarvis Huggin.
Shout out to Jarvis Huggins. Shout out J Alpha. Shout out
Alpha. Shout out to Yoshi.
Shout
out to
me,
Yosh,
Kev the Kid,
Meta.
Shout out to Swingo.
Now you guys
Sueno.
better not miss anybody.
Shout
I know,
out
it's like,
shout
a,
out Drowsy.
it's like an award speech.
I made sure I said drowsy. I made sure I said drowsy.
Shout out
I like
man,
to
just
thank
shout out
oh my
everyone.
God,
Shout out
God.
J-Ville.
Can we get some
J-Ville coming
background?
up.
Can we get some background music here?
Ooh, shout out to Lil Shove. I want to see him put out more content.
No, yeah, and shout out to everybody out here that's making music that we haven't
He,
said.
I
Come out
saw
here
him
and
on the
make it.
Tommy's page. He works over
Yeah.
at Tommy's. He's a pretty good producer, bro.
Tommy's
Yo.
Pizza.
Yeah, he works over there.
Tommy's is a sponsor of the podcast.
Tommy.
Hey, shout out to
Shout out to
Tommy's
Moses
Pizza.
Joint.
Hey, tell your
Shout out
boy.
to
Moses. Moses joined
Tell your
the
boy to
podcast.
send us over a beat because he's been slacking.
Hey, whoa, yeah. Man, honestly, I'm really trying to get this at 1 million streams, bro. So it's almost there, baby hair.
Stronger than I thought it was.
Yeah,
But
thank you guys so much.
yeah, big
Thank
shout out
you,
to
Boo, for having
big
me.
shout out to
That's the
Binary
random.
Sunset. Big shout out to Future Sound Village. Big shout out to Alter Ego. Big shout out to Future Movement. Just everybody out there
Yeah.
trying to push this
the
music
sound.
scene.
I really dig that brand right there.
Big shout out to
Yeah, I said that. I was like,
Bill,
I had
Long
to
live.
quote your
Yo,
your
big
song.
shout out to
Shout out to
Long
Long
Live.
Live. We repping them too.
Shout out to Long Live. That's a shout out to the cuz John Maliza. He's been about supporting me ever since like I was in diapers and shit. But big
out-
shout out to Maliza.
Shout out to
Ryan,
fucking
Ryan.
Ryan Shook, dude. That
Big shout out to Ryan Shook,
yeah.
Matala. Damn,
he's
so
been
many
showing me
shout-outs,
like
dude.
he's been like him and I've been chopping it up like whenever I see him, and it's always mad love. I got
So
mad
many
respect.
shout outs. Big shout out to Guam, bro.
Shout out to Weekend
Chris
Warriors. I'm
Malfunction.
still trying to put together our next show.
Shout out.
Shout out Guam Twitter.
I'm trying to. Yeah, fuck Guam Twitter.
Shout out to the girl with the laddie stone. I really felt so bad that you.
Dude,
had
I
to
really
go
did
through
feel
that.
bad for her.
I did feel bad for her.
I reached out to her, dude, but she had. I tried to reach out to her, but
She deleted her Twitter.
Yeah.
On
Oh,
Twitter at his
no.
wedding.
No, but the next Weekend Warriors, I'm trying to make it like a hip hop show, because it's always
Yeah.
band oriented.
Hey, let's end this with woke. Play a
Oh,
little
that's-
bit of woke.
Hey.
Oh yeah, play
Let's end this
woke.
with
We're about
woke.
to perform.
We played everything.
No, you should play.
I don't
You
think-
should play. Yeah, woke.
Yeah.
But that's too
haven't-
explicit.
Well, we haven't
Yeah, I
got
cuss a
to
lot.
hear the music
Have you
for
heard
it
woke
either. I have. I've heard all of them.
Shout out to Hoser. Jose Ansalon played
Jose
this night.
Ansalon.
Oh yeah. Oh shit yeah.
Big
Shout out
shout
to
to
Cowboy
Silent.
Ninja.
Don't want no smoke. Hey, people say they about it, but they never do the most. Hey,
How can you be
Sleeping on me when the boys woke.
I love
hey,
it, boys.
I'm woke. Just to let you know I'm woke. Hey, I'm woke. Y'all sleeping on me, but I'm woke. Hey, I'm woke. I'm losing sleep because I'm woke. Hey, I'm woke. I'm woke. I'm woke. I'm woke. I'm woke.
Dance for this.
I'm woke. Hey.
Hey,
Hella
comments on my checks.
Yeah, of course, shallow mellow.
Mellow.
Staying humble, never flex.
Brr.
Small ball like Jello.
Jello.
Let the show pick up that gas.
Wow.
My knuckles are hard as some brass.
Brr.
Honeys give neck like giraffe.
You rather just stay in the trash. Thought you were gonna give me a feature.
Like collabo, man.
Hey.
Yeah, man. This is well. Check it out. It's on Spotify.
Grinder. Yeah. You bitch shaking your head like a mannequin. I walk in the sky like a mannequin. Hey.
Side DMs, he's panicking.
Skirt.
This bitch taking niggas in my cannon.
What?
He pussy like Grizzly sees salmon.
Okay.
I love it. I love it. I love it. Hey, thank you guys, dude. This
Thank you
was
so much.
Thank you.
This is more than I expected. It was extremely fun. Dude, you guys
Dude,
super
bro.
open. I'm glad everything was
Let's
laid
see if
out
we
on
can
the
get on
table,
here in
bro.
another 100 episodes.
And the big
bro.
shout out
No,
to
let's make
Master
it-
Random for having us, dude.
Yes.
The biggest
Thank
shout out
you.
of shout outs.
Thank
And
you so much, man.
shout out to the Guam hip hop scene. We love y'all.
Oh yeah. Thank you everybody for listening to the podcast. Oni, Trips, Jed, Straight Up Crew, Crux, Sarah, B, Matt,
Yay.
and myself. We all love you. It's all love. It's all
all
love.
love.
Everything we do, it's for all love for this place and everything that it's gonna present and
Yeah.
everything that it's gonna become in the future.
Mm-hmm.
I believe that the creativity of this island is the real future of this island.
Yeah, for sure.
This is what will really put us on the map, and what people will recognize us for
Mm-hmm.
is the kind of content that we're really putting out. So, thank you, boys.
Cheese.
much,
We out
man.
here. We
Appreciate it.
love you, man.
Until next time,
Episode
156.
156 of Master Random.
Master Random. Peace out, everybody.